allow the two children to have the budget. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touch like every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, oh.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is brunch time with Mayegun. Kindly read the rider, which is the title of this broadcast. Read the description as well. If you like it, if you haven't already, share it as well. Invite your friends and then your not so friendly friends, and tell every one of them that Mayegun is back. Mayegun today. There is a trending video where a supposed House of Representatives member, Alexander Mascot, have you seen it? You know, Nigerians are reactionaries. We are now reacting to this like, we must, what is all this nonsense? They must arrest him, this and that. Meanwhile, an average Nigerian is that guy where they are willing and they're ready, in fact, dreaming to be an oppressor too. See, when you are at the receiving end of oppression, you will hate it. Many Nigerians don't really hate oppression, suppression, corruption, and all the shans. Tell them that Mayegun today. Thank you, Mutide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun live. If you're watching it live, you see the time has changed. Nigeria is now 1 hour ahead of the UK. We are now 1 hour behind. I put up a post on Mayegun's Diary Political Facebook yesterday about this. And, you know, Nigerians will make a joke of anything and everything, right? So some were like, one guy came and said, oh, that's great. That's one good thing that thiefnubu has achieved in 17 months. It has been able to be 1 hour ahead of the UK. It was really crackling. We were laughing at that comment in my house yesterday. So yeah, right now it is 13 minutes past 2 for those who are watching live, okay? And I bet it is 14 minutes past 3 in Nigeria. I heard that some other countries' time will change. Theirs will be next week. So make everybody sure they adjust the time, okay? The time for Mayegun's Diary Political never changes, except when the time goes backward and forward like this, all right? But we can still always catch up as usual, all right? So last night in Abuja, a Bolt driver was sent on an errand to deliver something to a man that ended up being a lawmaker, honorable House of Representative member. Thank you, Jare, Prince Abimbola Oshude. God bless you. So I know. So once your own time change, I don't know if yours is going to change backward or forward as well. I don't know. You shall know what to do, okay? Adjust your time so that you don't miss Mayegun. And one good thing about Mayegun's Diary Political is that whenever Mayegun is going to go live, you are likely going to see the notification an hour before that time. That's to tell you that, oh, it's going to go live soon. So you will get to know, all right? But please always set your own notification so that you don't really miss anything. So last night, a Bolt driver was sent on an errand to deliver something to an address. And when he got there, he called the supposed recipient to come outside and pick up what was sent to him. And this individual turned out to be dishonorable. Now, it's like dishonorable now, okay? His name is Alex. That's him, Alex Mascot. What's his full name again? Alex Mascot Ikwechegh. Did I pronounce that right? Ikwechegh, right? He is a lawmaker, federal lawmaker, representing Abia North, Abia South federal constituency, I think. And he took offense. A big man. How dare you? You, ordinary boat driver. How dare you tell me to come outside to come and pick my delivery from your car? Do you know who you are talking to? And he ended up assaulting the guy. He slapped him 3 times. He didn't stop there. He made some threats too. Threats like, do you know who I am? You this rat. You this nothing. Yeah? It's very common in Nigeria, or it is very common among Nigerians, especially if you feel like you are a little bit better past your neighbor. Yeah? That moment, you you know, there's the way you have to be spoken to, so that they have to respect the fact that you are better than them. And if they cannot respect that, it is called provocation. And you need to remind them. Here you get. So, how dare you? How dare you tell me to come and pick my stuff from your car? And I was like, you need to pay me. Oh. You need to pay me. I'm not paying you a dime. Do you know I can make you disappear? In this Abuja without trace, with no consequences. Let us start from that. Okay. So the young man recorded the entire incident so that he would probably have that as his own evidence. And like I said, many Nigerians don't hate oppression. They do not hate corruption. What many Nigerians don't like is if they are not the ones doing the corruption, the oppression. And that is why, as many people are condemning this guy, others are defending him. You are recording your helper, somebody that can help you, somebody that can change your life. What is wrong with you? What is wrong in you going down and carrying the stuff for him inside the house? They don't even know what is wrong with people. Now, what do you want to gain with this? Now you want to destroy him. You are now blah, 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 blah. The incident.
Do you know who I am? So you think I will give you my money with the way you have spoken to me?
I did a job for you and you have to pay it, sir.
You will not see any. You will not see penny from me. With this level of disrespect, you're very stupid. Very, very stupid. Madam, who is this stupid boy that you sent to this my house? Who is this foolish boy that you sent to my house? How can this stupid idiot come to my house and tell me that I'm supposed to come and meet him in his car and pick up snail that I'm buying from you? Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man to disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. Can you imagine this rat? I'm not going to give this boy 1 naira of my money. No. I'm not going to give this silly boy 1 naira of my money.
You've been insulting me, sir, and I'm being quiet.
I pray that you do. I pray that you insult me. Can you please insult me? I'm not going to call my policemen to beat you up. I will beat you up. I will show you that I'm a big brother to you. I will slap the hell out of you and I will lie you down, lock you in my generator house. How dare you?
Why should you do that?
Who the hell do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where you are? Because you saw me sitting outside here?
It doesn't matter, sir. Pay me, let me go.
Look at this monkey.
I don't care what I am.
Are you even looking at me that you can beat me? Or are you looking at me? What? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm a senator of this republic. Do you know who the fuck I am? How dare you?
Are you slapping me, sir?
You see this place? You suffer. I'll deal with you.
Are you slapping me, sir?
I just did. Slap me back. Okay. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
That's fine.
Do you know who I am?
That's fine.
How dare you?
Did you just slap me 3 times, sir?
Twice. The third one, you soon receive it. How dare you? Come on, get out of this place.
I need my payment, sir.
Come on, collect.
All right, so this is where I am. I just got 3 slaps from this man here, just because I told him to come and get his stuff and pay me my money. So he's claiming that
Tell them, my name is Honorable Alex Ikwechegh. I'm a member of the House of Reps. Tell them I slapped you.
Okay.
Call the Inspector General of Police. Call him, let him come.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Record me very well.
All right. That's nice.
You came to my house to disrespect me?
I didn't disrespect you. I said pay me my money and let me leave. This is where I am. I'm actually with one man. He said he's a senator. I got a request to bring delivery to him. As you can see, I don't have a shirt. He shredded my clothes. And he slapped me 3 times. And this is the man seated outside here. He says he's a senator. And that there's nothing I can do about it. My phone is broken because I was videoing what he was saying and recording what he was saying. He was trying to drag the phone with me. And he broke the phone. Please, all Out1 members should please come to Maitama. All Out1 members, please come to Maitama, back of Farmers Market. I've not even ended the ride. Look at me. This is me here, and this is the man seated. This is my shirt. He just shredded it. And I've collected 3 slaps from this man. 3 good slaps from this man without saying a word. And he have insulted me. If you play the first video, you hear all the insults he gave me. Please, everybody that is an Out1 member should please come to Maitama La Vida Court, beside, I think behind Farmers Market. Thank you very much.
I'm glad I was able to get enough evidence, even though it may not really count for anything in that contraption per se. How many of you remember that dildo senator? This was like slapping a housewife inside the dildo sex toy shop in Abuja. But he still finished his tenure. He finished his tenure as a senator. In fact, they set up a probe committee. Guess who led the probe committee? Do you remember? No, I'll remind you, don't worry. When dildo senator slapped a married woman inside the sex toy shop in Abuja, they set up a Senate committee to probe the incident because people reacted like this one. How dare you? Why would you do that? How can What is the senator doing inside the dildo shop? It was Remi Werekwe. Rat. Yeah, she's the I don't know if she's the head of the committee or he's the member of the committee to investigate the dildo senator. You know what she said? In one of the investigation, when the dildo senator was trying to defend himself, that the woman was talking to him anyhow. He was being rude to him. And that was why he slapped her for 4 times or thereabouts. Remy said, do you want us to help you? Or you just want to be proving yourself? Do you want us to make this thing go away on camera? You remember? Good. So he knows that nothing is going to happen. Mascot, for those who actually knows him, right? Used to be the errand boy for Oji Uzo Kalu in Abia State. He used to be the errand boy. Some people said he's such a very gentleman, very respectful, and all of that stuff among those who are like, trying to defend him. I'm not defending him, but I just know that, you see, sometimes, if people don't have money, they will be nice, something like that. And now he's a big boy, he's got money, he's House of Representatives member. Maybe now that is why he can no longer control his anger and all that. Do you know that after slapping that, now you see, here is something though. The guy is not working for the woman that sent the snail. I think it was a snails that they sent out. It is the way they do it in Nigeria, right? Is that you may call an Uber driver. You can book an Uber and say, please, I just wanted to help me go and drop this bottle water at so address. They will pay you when you get there. They will also pay you the money for this bottle water. Can you please let me deliver this? And then the guy can just be like, okay, take it there, drop it off, get paid, and return back. It's not as if to say the young man is working as a delivery driver per se. is a boat driver. Okay. So after slapping him like that in his car 3 times, I am honorable. I am House of Representative member. Oh yeah, video me. Oh yeah, call the IG. Even if you want to call the IG, call the IG. Nothing is going to happen. Slap you. Yes, I slap you for insulting me. Insulting him. Do you know how he got? He felt insulted because he was called to say, "Hello, your delivery is here. Can you please come outside and pick it up?" What? Do you know who you are talking to? You're asking me to come out and pick. Why can't you just bring it into my house? Do you know who you are talking to? I said, sorry, sir. I can't bring it into your house. So I am just a driver that came here to deliver this thing. So please come outside and take your stuff. What? Oh, I'm coming outside here now. I'm coming. So Very Dark Man saw the guy this morning after the video went viral. And he now narrated. Because after the beating, he still kind of got him arrested. Police still came and they took the guy away. According to him. Watch this.
So, this is the boat driver that was assaulted by that honorable member that claimed that he's a senator. The reason why I say that claimed that he's a senator, because I discovered this morning that that man is not a senator. So, this is the guy that I assaulted. Now, we have seen the video. We saw all what transpired. We saw the horrible things he said to you. We heard him call you monkey, rats, all the derogatory things he said to you. Now, the question is, what happened after that video? Please.
Okay, so after the video, he called some police officers. I don't know the division they were assigned to.
Okay.
And then they bundled me to the station. I wanted to drive the car. They said, no, I should not drive. So two sat beside me and I was in their middle. And then they drove me down to the station.
Okay.
When they drove me down to the station, they said I should go inside. I had calls. They didn't allow me to take my calls.
Okay.
So they were not asking what happened. They didn't ask me. They were asking people that were not there, the police officers. And then the police officer quickly said, I went to Honorable's house and I was fighting the Honorable. I kept mute.
Did you show them the video?
I have not shown anybody the video as at that time. Okay. They've not even the security person that came to bear witness as at that time have not seen the video.
Okay.
As at that time. Okay. So they now referred us to crime, that we should go to crime. So we went to crime. The man was not asking what happened. As I was explaining, initially I didn't explain. The man now said he cannot actually hear from one side. The other person has to come to actually give his own side of the story. And then the police officer said, when they said I fought him, they now said no, they should go and bring the man. Immediately his security man now called him, and they passed the phone to the IPO that was in charge of the case. And then the IPO was now talking to him on the phone and stepped out of the office where we were. And after some time, he came back and said he wants to go and do investigation at the Honorable's house.
Okay, the IPO left you at the station.
At the station.
Wants to go. Which station was this?
Metama Police
Station. So it happened within Metama.
It happened within Metama.
Okay, so the IPO left you at the station and went to the Honorable's house. Okay.
And then after they kept me there for over 2 hours, I was behind. I was at the counter. I was not detained though.
They kept you behind the counter.
They kept me behind the counter. And then after 2 hours plus, he came back. And then he was now like, why did I record the video?
Why did I now change
He was not trying to change the narrative. And I asked him, is there a part of the law that says I cannot record what somebody is doing to me? He was becoming a threat to me. And I had to take evidence so that people will know where I am.
By this time, was the honorable member there?
He wasn't there.
He was at home.
He was at home. So then I gave me a form to fill, to write my own statement as to what happened. As I was writing, the honorable I came. And then when he came, he started talking and he was shouting.
Even at the station?
Even at the station. He was
calling you names?
Calling me names. Like, I still kept mute and I was looking at him. So my colleagues were talking to him. Me, I've already had my own fair share of trauma from him. I don't want to actually have any engagement or any encounter with him. I just went to one corner and I sat down. And I was listening to everything he was saying. All the names he was calling me. You common boat driver, you're a poor man, you have pride in your poor, you have this, you have that. I kept mute. I said, so the problem you have now is a poor man cannot speak. That I'm in Nigeria and I shouldn't be treated as a foreigner in this country. As I'm from Delta State and I cannot be treated, I cannot have you treat me like a foreigner in my home.
Now, when did you leave the station?
I left the station at about, I think some minutes to 3 or so.
Where's your car?
My car is still at the station.
So the police collected your car?
They collected my car.
And you left the station this morning?
Yeah, I left the station.
Was the honorable member detained?
He wasn't detained.
They let him go?
They let him go.
That's really, really sad. Now, I want to ask you a question. The woman that sent you that message, do you know her name?
I didn't know her name per se.
Do you know her business name?
I don't know her business name. It was a request. But I think I checked from my boat app. I think the last request that came in when I tried calling from the app, it was, I think, Gloria.
Gloria?
Yeah.
Because she said something in that video. She said something like, and do you know who he is? She was also supporting him. That's why I'm asking you that if you know who she is. Now, what did you go and deliver to him? What even really happened? Just give me a brief summary of what happened before that video.
Okay, before the video, I actually got a request on boat.
Okay.
Right? I was closing already because I needed to resume work this morning at 8:30. Okay. So I was closing at 9:10. I said, let me just quickly go home so that I can have enough rest. So I got this request to Metama. I felt it was a normal request. And then she told me, no, that it's not a request, that I'm picking something up from a garden.
Okay.
Right? From a garden.
Which garden?
I don't know the name of the garden. She just described the garden that after Kado roundabout,
okay,
you will see one orange color container and then there's a garden beside it.
Okay.
So I just quickly went there, parked. The girl just came without wasting time, brought the package that it's a snail. I
snail?
Said, okay, snail, yeah. So she dropped it. It was the girl that brought it and dropped it on the seat. She understood that part.
Okay.
I was like, okay, there's no problem. I'm going. So on getting to the man's house, I called him. Okay, I'm at your gate. You know, I said, okay, I should give it to the security man. They gave it to the security man. The security man explained where the house address is. So I drove down to the house. On approaching, I called the man again. I said, Oga, I'm here. He now said, I'm not here. That if you are here, I will see you. So I drove. He now said I should park beside one camera. When I parked beside the camera, I saw him. But I didn't know he was the one. So I saw him seated few meters away from my car. So I greeted, good evening, sir. He didn't respond. Good evening, sir. He didn't respond. So I presume he is not the one that I'm supposed to deliver this thing to. Okay. And since he didn't answer, the next thing is for me to call the person that has this package. The next thing I dialed the person's number and his phone rang. And then the next thing he was like, are you stupid? Are you mad? Are you a fool? Bring my stuff for me. So I was not happy at the way he talked to me because I was doing my professional job, right? I was not happy. So I was like, okay, this thing you're saying to me, it has not gotten to it. Normally, I'm not even supposed to bring this thing to you. You are supposed to come and pick it yourself. Yeah. That was the only thing that got him angry. You are asking me to come to your car to pick my stuff? Are you okay? Do you know who you're talking to?
It's okay. I can see the anger on your face, don't worry. The truth is that Nigeria is for everybody. Nigeria is not for one person. If an honorable member will be treating people like this, then just imagine what the president supposed to do. Now, I need to remind you, we are all clamoring for the youth to come to power. See this one and our youth. I always say something. The youth are looking for a better... They are not trying to make this country better, a lot of them. They want to get power to do worse than these people because they have a better way of hiding this evil than these old men in power. But nevertheless, the man does not have immunity. I just discovered that he's not a senator. So actually pursue this case. And I believe that the law will take its course. We'll go to... I've heard a lot of things about Maitama police station, which I'm not going to say. But I believe in the new commissioner of police that have been moved here. Commissioner of police DC. So this case will be reported to him directly. And I believe that the law will take its course. So don't worry. You said you are not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well. He hit me on my chest severally. He was just hitting me on my chest. And I stayed mute. I was looking at him. So when he was becoming much of a threat to me, initially I did not record because I didn't go there with intention of fighting. If I went there with another motive, I would start recording from the very beginning. It was when he was becoming a threat, when he said he would pay 50 million naira and then they would delete me and look at me, this hot cheat. He was just calling me all sorts of names.
You pay 50 million and they will delete you?
He will pay 50 million naira to somebody, to people, and then they will kill me and nobody will say anything. And when I noticed he was actually, this thing is becoming what I never expected, I quickly brought out my phone
and you recorded.
And I started recording.
Don't worry, we'll go and write a petition and we'll take it up. Oh, Allah, more they go.
I bet some of you actually watching that, you have some anger that should be, developing inside you there, or some of you as well, you can relate with that scenario. You can relate with that guy's story. If you have had encounter with supposed big men in Nigeria, Nigeria is a place where once you have money, you are indirectly above the law. Somebody noticed something better there, right? A very dark man will be a very, very good journalist. Do you see his line of questioning, right? And within just 6-7 minutes, everybody got the picture. And for easy context, okay, this is the guy in his face proper.
Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Alex Mascot Ikwechegh, and I represent the artisanal people of Abia North and Abia South in this incorruptible assembly. Speaker.
That's him there. So you can be very, it's so relative, right? We're a big man. The guy didn't do anything wrong. He's doing his own job. Whatever it is that was going on in the head of Mascot, that cannot be blamed on the driver. You cannot transfer your aggression to the driver. Then did you hear the part where the police had to treat him with courtesy, and they treated the person he assaulted with disdain? They took his car, they put him behind the bar, before they can even ask questions of what happened at all. Only for them to now come back again to accuse him of, why did you record him? Why did you record him? It is a Nigerian thing. You need to go online and read the comment of some people. It will tell you all you need to know about that place. See, I remember when, I think I've said that many times on Mayegun's Diary Political as well. Apart from the fact that Nigerians don't really hate corruption, they don't hate oppression, they just don't like it if they are not the ones doing it. I've said it yet as well that as Nigeria is a turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited, when you look at the younger people going into politics, so many of them have condemned the older thieves. Because you see these old thieves in Nigeria, they were once young people too. They were once young. They were not like old like Methuselah from the beginning of them joining politics. They were younger people too, and they grow old to what you see today. But if you know the characteristics of the younger people joining politics, their own level of greed, selfishness, it is worse, or will be worse than these rogues that you know from birth. I remember saying it on this platform that if all of us want to be honest, take a look at those who are your governors today, those who are your senators today, those who are your local government chairmen, councillors, and the rest of them today across Nigeria, and ask yourself, who were they 20 years ago? Who were they 10 years ago? You realize that they were almost like they would say in Nigeria, nobodies. They are among those who used to, to scream like me and you. This country is too corrupt. All these older people, they said that we are the leaders of tomorrow. When are we going to be leaders of tomorrow? Today, they are the worst thieves. You will see. Go and check. Who were these guys 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 15 years ago? Some of these people who are now governors today, deputy governors, senators, coming from all over Nigeria, looting like money is going out of fashion. Who were they? They were like me and you. And that is why when you see some of us today, some of us condemning the bad behavior, and then you see others who are like defending the bad behavior because they are waiting for their turn. Give them little power, give them little influence. You will see that They are worse. Remember when they were doing the not too young to run, not too young to lead? I was among those shouting, let the young people lead. They let these old people go and retire. All these old criminals, all this and that. It is the same thing. See, if you look at those who are in your police force today, 20 years ago, many of them were just like me and you, who agreed that the police force was corrupt. This police force must be reformed. This Nigeria police. See, so many of them who are currently blaming the corrupt police, corrupt military today. So many of them are trying to become that military and that police. And they will, instead of them to reform it, they'll become worse than what it ever was. That's why I'm like, I don't know if for those of you who are thinking that Nigeria can be redeemed, I'm like, are you going to export this current set of Nigerians and then import different species of Nigerians into Nigeria? Nigeria is a place where abnormalities are always normal. I mean, if this was somewhere around here, that guy would not be an MP anymore. Number one, his own party would have suspended him. Right. And he himself would probably be writing his resignation right now. Like, I'm so sorry. Apology. First apology. Then he will be writing. He will be writing his own resignation by now. Say, I'm so sorry. I apologize to my family. I apologize to my people of my constituency. I apologize to my party. I apologize to Nigerians. I apologize to this individual that I did this to. I will try and be a better person. So therefore, because I have brought shame and disrepute to the office and to the people of my constituency, here is my resignation. And I will go and face the consequences of all these charges, because it will be charged for assault. But Nigeria is a place that they will have to let it go. This whole rage is just for 2 days. After 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 1 week. After 1 week, because another thing will happen again. People will forget this one. They will jump on that one again. And the guy, he will move on like nothing. But the person he assaulted, that one will live with the trauma for the rest of his life. Did you hear where he said, I will make you disappear in this country? Yeah, they can make you disappear in Nigeria. Big men. He said they will pay 50 million. He's just making mouth. It doesn't need 50 million. Police can make the person disappear. That's a threat to life. Yeah, that's a threat to life. But it is Nigeria. It is Nigeria. I'm glad that this young man actually recorded an evidence. That is his own insurance. That video he recorded is his insurance. Right now, nothing can happen to him. Nothing must happen to him. Nothing must happen to him. But would they make his life easier in that place? I don't think so. Things may get to the stage whereby he's from Delta State. He may have to go back to Delta and leave Abuja. That is how dangerous Nigeria is. That's how dangerous the people who are supposed to represent the people speak for you. It's like empowering dangerous people and then hoping that they will do normal, they will act normal, they will behave normal. How? You don't give power to dangerous people and then expect them to, change. I'm not sure about compensation. Somebody is talking about compensation and all that. But the fact that that video has made it to the internet, that is his insurance. Okay? So the guy will be forced to try to deny threatening him. He will be forced to say nothing will happen to him. But that is not a guarantee.
Because if anything happens to him as well, it is Nigeria. There is nothing that will happen to this honorable guy. Nothing will happen to him. Because he may just say, I just said that in the heat of the moment. He was in the heat of argument. And It is Nigeria. It is a dangerous place. It's a dangerous place to be poor as well. Imagine, Nigeria is a place where they will tell you that politicians will tell you that they love the poor and they are fighting for the poor. Or if you see the way they hate the poor, like you saw in that video, if you see, because to them it's like, you this poor, you are even arrogant in your poverty, you this poor, and at them they make people poor, and the guy is not poor. A young man who has a job, and also as a side hustle, he's using his own car for both. Pay him for his service, and he'll be fine. He didn't come to you for money. He didn't come to beg you for anything. He's just like every normal, what do you call it? Is it Joe? Every normal person working to earn their living. They do not have access to free money. They do not have access to free allowances for doing nothing. He's working like every hardworking person. He is a victim of the ruined economy. He's a victim. If whatever he even makes, right? The hyperinflation in the country will devalue the money in his hand. But you still won't pay him. You won't respect him. But they'll tell you that he has been very, very helpful of the poor. He supports the poor. But his utterances shows that he hates the poor. Nigeria is a place where to be poor is like a crime. I said this many times on my ego is very political. To be poor is like a crime in Nigeria. It's a crime. Going in potential is like a crime. It is a crime to be poor in Nigeria. Because you must learn to take everything. See, my brother, leave everything for God, okay? God will fight your battle. You see these people, now only God go judge them. Just leave everything for God in Nigeria. Because you don't get money to go and pay judge. Do you? And there's no, public defender that is going to come and defend you. Especially when an honorable or senator. Dildo senator, I won't forget it. Dildo senator, the slap woman. The slap woman on camera. This one that you didn't even see the video clearly, Abi. That's of Dildo senator, Baba. Security camera inside the shop. Obìnrin, you are slapping a woman like that, a married woman. What did she say? She's been rude. Maybe that one was like, why are you buying dildo? You are a man. Here you get. And he took offense. It was on camera. The guy finished his tenure as a senator. He contested again. From Adamawa, he won. Or he rigged it. He got removed. So that dildo senator would have been in the Senate right now if the court didn't remove him. Yeah, the court removed him for electoral malpractices or something. No consequences. So Nigeria is a place where even ordinary policeman with gun will tell you, I will kill you, nothing will happen. Yeah, police with gun. Inside police station will tell you that I will shoot you, nothing will happen. I don't know why that mentality is in people. All right? And it's always been like that. So it is not just the institutions. I believe that it is who Nigerians are. Aggressive, irresponsible, aggressive and at the same time irresponsible. They do not want to take responsibility. They will give you reasons why what they did is justified. But when we leave Nigeria, as I am kind of like, I won't say I am aggressive, but I am, I was, remembering this word in my head coming to the studio today, like I am somebody who, I'm not violent, I'm not aggressive, but I am somebody who is also pretty much like doesn't really take things easy that way, especially when I am angry. Sure, you get, I can be very loud. I won't hit someone, whether I'm a man or woman. No, I won't kind of become, no, I won't. Because somehow you just feel like at the moment you cross that line, Baba, you are finished. Right? But in Nigeria, with all of the paraphernalia of office or little money and all that, you can get away with it. I saw a video of a man that was assaulting his wife, a lawyer, yesterday. I put it on my Egun's Diary Political, but Facebook said I should delete it, so I deleted it. It's viral. I don't know if you have seen it. One lawyer beating his wife because it's like they set a CCTV camera in their living room, and they had an argument, and the wife was like, I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to call my dad now. And the guy just lost it, and he was flinging things at her and all that. I'm like, and guess what? Nigerians were there defending him. Something that if that, with or without camera, if I get that aggressive or violent, I will be shattered, right? I will be so devastated that even without camera or anything, I would be like, oh my God, why did I do this? Maybe say if I shouted at my kids, yeah, those little kids here, if I shouted at them, will you sit down, and then I will be feeling bad afterward. Like I'll have to leave the room. I'll go to another room and just be like, damn it, man. I don't even know how these kids are going to be looking at me. And I don't even know what they are going to think of me. And maybe I shouldn't even have shouted that much. I don't know if some of you, I don't know, maybe because I live here. Here you get. I always feel bad. You know, I will always be kind of overwhelmed with so much like regret. Sometimes for hours, I'll be looking for ways to make it up to them. You know, I'll be like finding ways to make it up to them. Like I shouldn't have shouted that much. Even though the shouts sometimes kind of get the job done because they quickly have to behave themselves. Or yeah, they will cry. But to me, I'm like, I shouldn't have shouted that much. Now they will think that their daddy is aggressive. Their daddy is very, very disorder. You know, I'll be thinking a lot like, man, I'll be feeling bad. Not to talk of hitting them and hitting them enough that you actually have to like, you know. Oh, guess what? That video that I uploaded yesterday, Nigerians were there. I'm talking, she's talking back. I mean, the woman is the one that is upsetting him, is provoking him. Why would you say you will call your daddy? That means your father is the one controlling the house. They were there, all there, justifying the violence. And I'm like, if I get to that stage with a woman, oh my God, can't be like, say, like that feeling of, this relationship is over. Let's forget it. Like, single modern. That level. But Nigerians will justify anything. They will justify anything in that regard. Many Nigerians, maybe not all of us. So if someone has an anger problem, I think it's called an anger problem. Anger problem. If you have anger problem, then you have to take on your anger on strangers. You need to get help new. So the lawyer, a Luther lawyer, don't take it over. Okay. Africa, well, I said that now become normal. But you know what I mean now? I mean, you know, kids can make you, they can run you mad in the house, children. Yeah? You are hearing them, they are dealing with their mama. Will you sit down? Shut up. See, I will tell your daddy, I will call your daddy. And you are there trying to kind of, you know me, we say most of what I do is thinking and thinking, you know, gathering this and that. And I'm always full, you know, like soaked in my own thoughts. Here you get that. Any small noise is just going to go into my head and enter my soul. And it's going to be like, oh my God, man. Can you all just please shut up? Stop! You know that feeling? But it won't stop until you have to go there and show that rage. What is wrong with you? I said, you sit down there. You sit down there. Will you shut up? And when I leave, I'm like, shit, I don't be really like this to your law. For God's sake, man. At times I'll be like, you guys want to turn me to something that I am not. You are trying to turn me to something I am not. What is wrong with you? And I'll just go back and walk away and shut the door. And I'll be there for like hours thinking, why did I react that way? That I could have just probably just went in there and tell them that, hey, stop screaming. Hey, you stop crying. Hey, you stop shouting. You sit down. Okay, you go and do what your mama said you should do. And they will still do it. This is me regretting in the room because of my children. You know? So African Wala said that it's because I've become a normal person. Are you sure? You know? You know what I mean? Like, children can get you so crazily mad. And sometimes I take the anger on, I take the rage on their mom. What is wrong with you? Can't you control them? I've been trying to control them since. What do you mean you have been trying to control them? What is wrong with you too? What is wrong with all of you? What is all this? Which kind of life is this? This is me in my house. What kind of a life is this? Nobody can have his own peace. I can't even have my peace. I can't even have this. Then after that minute of grace, I'll be filled with regret. Like, did I just scream at my entire family there? God, which kind of life is this? You know what? I'm just gonna leave this house. Where's my car key? I'm leaving this place, man. These people are going to make me. They're going to run me mad. You know that feeling? Where's my car key? I'm leaving this. I'm going to find a place to get. I'm just going to leave this place. So where are you? Don't ask me any question. Don't ask me anything. That will now be like, what did I do? Like, Advocate will be like, what did I do? Is it my fault? No, whose fault is it? Is it my own fault? You can't control them. Are they not children? Can't you control them? Just walk away. Oh, as I was walking away, I'll be like, God damn it, man. Man. Honestly speaking, I don't think I can live long like this. I don't think I'm going to have a long life. I cannot continue my life like this. This is me, filled with regret. Not to talk of me carrying a beating. Go! Here you get. Even at that stage, you will still get angry that even I say I get anger problem. You know that frustration, you're like, oh, that anger problem. I think I get anger problem. I should have just told them that stop screaming. You know, saying that their own scream make me react that way. I will now realize that my own scream is even like times 10 of their own that got me mad in the first place. So I will come this sober and say, who actually have problem here now? Is it me or the children? I be my yamming weary man. I be submit the weary man. I cannot continue my life like this. I think I should go and get a place that I will be living alone. Have you ever felt that way? Not to talk of you going to that stage of hitting people, hitting, and you know, it doesn't make sense. Then you have a stranger, you are getting mad at strangers. Why would you get so mad at strangers? You are a public office holder. Come on, man. But it's a Nigerian thing. So a lot of us, when we now cross the ocean to this part of the aisle, right? I don't know. Maybe that's one of the reasons why a lot of people always talk horrible things about this part of the world. Like, it's a place where you can't do what you can do in Nigeria. Like you are the one paying the bills, you are the one doing this, taking care of the family, spending so much money, but it all seems like they do not have respect for you. You are supposed to be, hey, everybody will just. But here, they will just be like, are you okay? Now Caleb go first ask you. Aki, my son will be like, Daddy, are you okay? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay, thank you. I'm fine. you know. Meanwhile, you'll be like, when I was growing up, if my papa they come, I said, your daddy is back, you. Hey, everybody, you go run, go hide. Say, oh, I don't want me that madman don't come back. That mad, you know that feeling? Because your papa now like Giron, like that. I'm just saying that then you cross over to this part, you realize that Baba anger, aggression. If you don't get to that stage, they will tell you, say you need help. To make it worse, for a woman to talk back at you. It's like a normal thing here. I have to tell this one that if I'm don't talk back at me when I'm angry that way. You are provoking me more. I was like, can you provoke you more? So what I'm trying to say here is that nobody should justify violence in any way. It doesn't. It's not right. Violence either against strangers or against your own family members and the rest of that, they do not really sort of, feel good. We can all do better. That's the point. We can do better. So you become a public official in a place that is so lawless. You don't put your hand on anybody. Don't put your hand on anyone. The moment you did that, Baba, you've committed a crime. But then it all now boils down to a system that kind of encourages it. Here you get, if the system continues to encourage it, what can we do to save ourselves? Almost nothing. Almost nothing. So a Luther lawyer, they have decided to write a petition. So in his petition, they say petition against Honorable Alex Mascot Ikwechegh for grievous assault, abuse of power, attempted murder, and threat to life. That's loaded. Deji. You know, Deji used to be, I don't want to say it still is so, okay? So Deji used to be the human rights cash TVs, they call him. But he's one of the misunderstood, guys out there somehow. So he's standing up for everyone that is a victim of oppression or suppression. He's been to court many times to defend the oppressed, the chanced, and all of that. So now that he is the official lawyer to a very dark man, now they've taken it up in their letter. We hereby write this petition against Honorable Alex, a serving member of the Federal House of Representatives, representing Abia North and South Federal Constituency, for grievous assault, abuse of power, attempted murder, and grave threat to our client's life. Our client is a boat driver and a hard-working Nigerian citizen. It is our client's information that at about 9 p.m. on October 27th, 2024, he was contracted by a vendor to deliver some food to Honorable Alex Mascot at his residence in Maitama, Abuja. Regrettably, upon getting to Honorable Ikwechegh's residence, he requested that our client bring the food into his premises, contrary to the laid down policies regulating boat drivers in the Federal Capital Territory. Really, Abuja, our client politely refused the request and urged Honorable Ikwechegh to send someone to pick up the food outside the gates, as is customary with delivery services. In response to our client's refusal to take the food into the premises, Honorable Ikwechegh physically assaulted our client, tore his cloth, threatened to make him disappear from Nigeria, and repeatedly dared our client to call the Inspector General of Police, while threatening that nothing will happen to him. Following the assaults, Honorable Ikwechegh caused our client to be detained at the Maitama police station and his car seized by the investigative police officer attached herein for ease of reference. It's a video recording of the incident. As a serving member of the Federal House of Representatives, whose primary duties include making laws for the safety of Nigerians, we find Honorable Ikwechegh's actions totally distasteful and a threat to our client's safety. So, Kike Sibere Lujupali.
Thank you very much, Deji. Because yeah, to me, all of them do well like this, standing up for the people who cannot stand up for themselves. It is an act of, it is a great act of courage, I would say. Okay, thank you for doing this. All right. We shouldn't kind of make it easier for those who have chosen to be the weapons fashioned against us. One of the things that they do get away with in Nigeria is that if you fight a big man, now you go beg. If you are guilty, no, if you are guilty, you will beg the big man. If the big man is guilty, you will beg the big man. That is the norm in Nigeria. And Nigeria police will make you do that as well. So, but once in a while, when they get checkmated like this, they always come around to try to find a means. They will release a statement to say, oh, we are very sorry for what happened. And then they will begin to look for a way out. They will say, let us settle this whole thing out of court. So for those who can stand for themselves, okay, we appreciate those standing for them. For those who can speak for themselves, we appreciate those who are speaking up for them. May your gunpowder never run out, never run dry. I don't know. So keep praying for you. So more grace to your elbow. Deji, thank you very much. And as for this guy, he is a dishonorable person. He needs to go and work on his own anger. Okay, he needs that before he end up committing murder. Because if you hit somebody, Nigeria now is everybody, no food. Everything don't tight. If you go eat somebody, gas for chest, and they just kind of like collapse that way and die. Baba, forget about saying Nigeria no get law, that everybody is saying, So you go beat somebody to death, they go kind of charge you for more than you, Especially you will come be from the eastern part of Nigeria. You be Igbo. In Nigeria, you they beat your chest. Where you say they won't take, they go quickly use you as a scapegoat right now. They go use you as a sacrificial lamb. And I know even they think sometimes, right? Because sometimes some of these guys in that contraption will believe that they are, they are part of the people sitting on the table, forgetting that they are actually the menu. You are the menu where people will really easily use you as a scapegoat to show that Nigeria is not a lawless place. I'm just saying, So we're talking about police earlier, Abby. Let me show you something. There's some encounter between Nigeria policemen and some residents, okay? And listen, watch this.
You enter my house. I swear to God Almighty. For this thing, you're not entering my house because I don't know you.
It is not a warrant. It is not a warrant. It is not a warrant.
Okay.
It is not a warrant. It is not a warrant.
But me, my worry.
I need that thing. Oh. We go eat.
Information is genuine. Is the other way around.
I want you to laugh for any information.
Definitely. They're not telling him to open the door. He called a lawyer, barrister. The barrister told him not to open the door for the police. You can see the level of disrespect.
Yeah.
Baba, in more English is on that.
Don't you?
You can see how
you think we are also joking? Oh, you also think we are joking? Oh, I just darrow lambi by.
Yeah, I'm listening to you now. I thought you want to say something.
Max, go inside.
No. Thank you. Me, I don't have a problem with them coming in. They didn't even come with police cars. They came with Matrix, Lexus.
I think you're looking, you know.
Now, listen to the thing. Maybe they think say I don't know which side they do. Maybe they think so. Thank you. If I want to talk, maybe I want reason with them. I've told them. I even told them I want to go and bring my ID card inside. They said I should not go inside. I can't bring any ID card inside. Imagine they showed me an empty paper. Empty paper.
Not joke.
Boss, I miss you.
Sorry, if the matter don't they go past, please Yes, I'll call the HR now. I'll call her now. Yes, I'll call the HR now.
Come and phone your unnecessary kini ládùúgbò. Ẹni tí ó mọ̀ mí níbi tí mo ti ń gbé bí báyìí láyé mi. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
No worry, boss. I don't send discounts to all the managers this morning as I wait for.
Into cyber crime. Cyber crime.
Okay, boss.
Crime cyber.
All right, boss. Thank you, boss. Yes.
Iṣẹ́ tó legitimate Nigeria fi cyber crime. Àfi cyber crime nìkan lèèyàn lè fi jẹun lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Cyber crime. Oh, they live a good life. Cyber crime gbogbo ìgbà. Ta ló fẹ́ interrogate? They play. Bóyá kẹ́ lọ wókùn wá. Okay, spilling what? Oh.
These are things I don't do. I don't submit.
Spilling it. You wanna like jela? Oh, spilling it.
Mommy, Emma binu jare o.
Anybody is not coming to this house.
Are you one of these community landlords?
Oh yeah. Hey.
You know them very well.
Hey yeah. Hey yeah. Ilé tó bá ti ní gate náà ti máa ní cyber crime. Ilé tí ò sí gate ńbẹ̀ kò sí cyber crime ńbẹ̀. Kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe fẹ́ gbé lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí tí ò ní ṣe yahoo àbí kó ṣoògùn owó.
I don't understand though.
Hey yeah. Hey yeah.
You go take for here with your warrant. Hello, sir. You enter my house. I swear to God Almighty. For this thing, you're not entering my house.
So they woke up with a group of policemen who didn't really dress as policemen. They dress like, like ordinary guys, but they put on a vest, bulletproof vest with police on it. They did not come in police vehicles. They came in private cars and guns, and they demanded to gain entrance into that building because they were there to investigate cyber crime, to investigate them for cyber crime, Yahoo. And the guys were like, no, we need a warrant. We need to see your warrant. We need to see your warrant that you are policemen. And then inside the warrant, at least it will be stated there what we have done before we can let you come into our house. But no, the police now stood outside. The owners of the house stayed back inside. And they are both like, we can stay here all day. So to them is that in Nigeria today, if you are still driving your car, if you like saying a money ritual you do, I think you are into cyber crime, Yahoo. And as police also need to make money. So you would think they were there to fight cyber crime. Ordinarily, when you see the Nigerian police going, including EFCC, when you see them go after the supposed the real fraudsters, the ones that get to be displayed, those ones that they always parade, those are the ones who failed to pay them the demand or the bribe they demanded. The intention is not to end cybercrime or to end Yahoo or so. The intention is to extort every person they come across. And because a lot of people just believe that you can get roped into a lot of problems. So why not just bribe them, even if you are not doing anything wrong? Because the worst case scenario is for you not to do anything wrong and then want to prove it to them that you are not doing anything wrong. Okay? Abba, in Nigeria, they will arrest you. They will write a statement. In some cases, they will even force you to write a statement against yourself. Confession. They will bring in the media. They will record you and tell you that they are going to post your video that you said you are a Yahoo, you are a fraudster. If you don't pay so amount of money, and if you don't pay that money, the police will publish the video. That's how it has become in that place now. So a lot of people who have so much to lose, they ended up being extorted. They'll get up, I mean, you know, depends on the kind of the team that comes to see to take you, right? It is what things have become in that place. Dog eat dog, kind of. So I told you yesterday that Ona-ofun-nuga Bayo said thiefnubu did not buy brand new aircraft, that he only bought a refurbished one. thiefnubu bought a refurbished aeroplane for $150 million. Ah, okay. Now look at this Bayo Ona-ofun-nuga. And then the other guy interviewed this guy. I don't even know how this guy got a job in Channels Television. This is the guy that was the head of Pastor Ruga's media, Laolu Akande. Do you recognize? I don't know if some of you still recognize him, Sha. He's now a member of Channels, you know, discussing business and all that. And he would always bring in people from the APC, Ikwechegh, to come and do image laundering for them, somebody like this. So the credit for this clip is that of Channels, by the way.
That the federal government and the president have not shown enough sensitivity to the plight of the people. So the people are being asked that, look, things are difficult. We have to take this hard decision. We have to remove subsidy, which has led to a lot of pain. But they see the president buying a new jet. They see the president approving billion to build a new house for the vice president and some other stuff. That's the question, Mr. Onunuga. You know, how do you respond to this perception of insensitivity?
Well, I would not call it insensitivity. I would say all those items you mentioned, not a new jet. The president don't buy a new jet. What he has is a refurbished jet. It has been used by somebody else before he got it. I said that it's a much newer model than the one that President Buhari left behind. And the one President Buhari used was actually bought by President Obasanjo 20-something years ago, in fact, about 20 years ago. So, and if you also recall, there was a time the president went to Saudi Arabia. That plane developed some problems, and the president had to leave either the charter jet or maybe they sent for the one people were using to take him to where I think it was going to Netherlands, or I think it was going to. So he had to. So, and that thing has shown that there are problems with the plane, and that was why the president said. And then of course there was a day I talked to the NSA about it. The NSA is in charge of supervising the presidential air fleet, and he said the maintenance cost also has been going up, and that was
because of the age
of the plane, 20-year-old plane, and that was the reason he said, look, it's better for them to acquire another plane so that at least it will reduce the cost of maintenance. I think people should try to prioritize the safety of the president, and I'm not sure anybody really wishes our president to go and crash in the air or something. We want his safety so that he can do his term and hand over to whoever wants to take over after him. So his safety that was paramount at the back of the mind of the National Assembly that approved it, and the decision to buy that, as I said, not a new plane, but a refurbished plane that has done very well. So that the safety was paramount. It's not because the president wants to enjoy himself. No, as some people are saying, that's not the issue. Then if you mention the case of the VP's house, I think this project started during Obasanjo's time, abandoned and everything. And because it was abandoned, you can see what happened. The cost of putting it back to what it should be ballooned. Yeah. But it has to be done. It has been done. So it's not the VP's property. It's the property of the people of Nigeria. People should have it that way. It's not even the plane we are talking about. It's not President Tinubu's plane. It's the plane that belongs to the people of Nigeria. So it's our property. By the time he finishes his term, and if Nigerians want to give him a second term, that plane will be Nigeria's.
The question is this. Was Pastor Ruga homeless? Was he homeless? Pastor Ruga's house was built as the house for a chief judge or chief justice of Nigeria back then. And the new house was later built. It's called Aguda House. So later, a new house was built for the for the chief justice of Nigeria. They meant they upgraded the Aguda House for the vice president. So Pastor Ruga lived inside Aguda House that got refurbished with over 10 billion naira. 3 times, 10 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion. At a point, they were building one single gate for Pastor Ruga's house as vice president of Nigeria with a 1.5 billion naira gate. They did gates. How many of you remember that one? Gates to Pastor Ruga's house. For 8 years, Pastor Ruga wasn't homeless as the vice president, but immediately he left. They decided to go and spend 21 billion for Shitty Man's house. So they spent 160 to 170 billion naira to buy a refurbished. Obasanjo bought the aircraft and it was 20 years old. The lifespan of an aircraft is about 30, 35 years. Yeah. The maintenance story is a lie. When Bokwari was there, hang on, when Egbere Jolantan was there, they were maintaining the national fleets, not just one aircraft, just about 11 aircraft, including choppers, helicopters. Okay, they were maintaining that with $1.5 million, $1.5 million dollars. And I think it was like, no, it wasn't $1.5 million. It was 1.5 billion naira, billion naira under Jonathan. Then Bokwari came. They increased it to 5 billion naira to maintain the whole presidential fleet, all the aircraft there, the choppers and everything. Then thiefnubu came. Within a year, thiefnubu spent over 11 billion naira, 11 billion. And they said, you know what? It is too expensive to be spending that kind of money. Let us go and buy a brand new one. So the 20-year-old aircraft is too old. They decided to go and buy a refurbished one, a local plane of 14 years. It is now 15 years old now. So just 4 years difference. They spent 160 billion naira. They are going to buy another one soon. Maybe that one will be like 500 billion naira. Right? Because it is not thiefnubu's plane, it is Nigeria's plane. thiefnubu has 2 Gulf Streams. He has 2 aircraft that is always like flying around with before he became your president. I don't know if you remember that. And these are like almost brand new plane. They are like 8, 9 years old or so, if you want to put age on them. So if thiefnubu want to save Nigeria money, he could be flying in his own airplane. Yeah. Instead of committing 160 billion naira to go and buy a local plane that they will need to buy another one soon. Shitima also need a plane. As for those of you calling thiefnubu T-Pain, Ona-ofun-nuga has an answer for that. He said, what do you think? This one is with Seun, and the video credit is also for Channels Television as well. Okay. So Seun was like, people call him a T-Pain. Does he know that he is being called T-Pain? Ona-ofun-nuga said, no, thiefnubu doesn't read social media. Yeah, I don't read social media anymore. It is true. Listen.
And if there is a possibility of the president releasing the assessment results as used to judge the ministers, is it possible?
I think it's in the public space.
Really?
If you go to the website, the data set up, you see what the way they scored our ministers.
I saw your very angry response to the Guardian editorial. You feel your pen was more angry than your natural self. in that you're a butter. And the pain that a lot of people feel in this country, when some people when they nicknamed the president T-Pain, did the president know about that?
Not at all. He didn't know.
Up to now, the president is not aware.
Let me explain to you.
About that social media.
The Guardian did not write an editorial. The Guardian published a news report. And to read the headline, called for military intervention, and then put something that we believe was even very provocative as the headline. And then to even worsen things, the Guardian used a cartoon showing a military tank and somebody like as if it's heralding the coming of the military with a horn or something, say, oh, military is coming, blah, blah, blah. Anybody who sees that, in terms of imagery, in terms of even the words the Guardian use, cannot but be very, very angry what Guardian did. As media people, we should not be seen calling for military intervention when if you remember what the experience we had under the military many years ago. The media have a duty to protect this democracy, to nurture it, not to bring it down. And that's the kind of thing, that's why we reacted. That we should not be doing that. We should not be doing things that even portray the media behaving in a way that is, to me, be termed as treason. When you are calling, in a democracy, you are calling the military to come and take over.
The realities of what is going on in the country, how much of that, because when citizens now start tagging their president and nickname synonymous to pain, how does the presidency feel about it? And you said the president is not aware about that social media.
The president is aware that the citizens are going through some difficulties.
But is he aware that some citizens on social media are calling him T-Pain?
The president does not read what is in the social media.
Well, you that to manage media for him.
He said he's not reading.
I've
seen people using that. Some people have also responded and they called the president a different name. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a non-issue. Some people just out of mischief saying somebody is a T-Pain. It's not T-Pain. The president has never shied away from telling Nigerians that he feels their pain and is working very hard to make sure that he gives them some relief so that things will get better. This country will enjoy more prosperity. If you check what he has been doing, things are pointing to that direction. And the programs that he has been implementing, we are beginning to see positive signs that things are getting better. Things were really bad when it came.
In what areas, Mr. Onanuga?
In several areas.
Yeah, because, I mean, as a journalist, you perhaps will understand that when...
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di bàbá. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, àmàgbé wálẹ̀.
Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ìwúntàfẹ́ kọ́lọ́wọ́ ṣe.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di bàbá. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, àmàgbé wálẹ̀.
Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ìwúntàfẹ́ kọ́lọ́wọ́ ṣe.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀.
Bayo Ona-ofun-nuga said things are getting better. In which area? In what area, please? Everywhere, every area. Things are getting better. So, all of our way to Nigeria, is it true that things are getting better? And you not tell us. I read that the filling stations, petrol stations, are declaring losses now. Because people know they buy them again. They say maybe not CNG. Everybody should go and change your filling station to CNG. Because now CNG, now everybody want to buy now.
Abi, somebody said that it was actually a report on Punch newspaper. In Punch newspaper, said that half of private hospitals in Nigeria have shut down due to operational costs. People know they go hospital again. They don't get money. Operational costs to run your hospital in Nigeria now, private hospital, is like almost impossible. So because of this, you may be hearing about this one shut down, that one shut down. You may even think it's a good thing that the filling stations are now saying they do not see any patronage. People don't buy any fuel anymore. Abi, you may think, oh, maybe people are now buying gas, CNG. No. Aba, Igboro ti daru. Yeah. And in that same breath, people are losing their jobs. Somebody said they should arrest this Ebon. I don't know why. Listen.
Ẹ̀yin fans mi ẹ máa ṣàánú mi ẹ gbà mí. Ẹ máa gbà mí. Kọ̀ọ̀kan bílẹ̀ ti di 100 naira. Kọ̀ọ̀kan bílẹ̀ ó ti di 100 naira. Kọ̀ọ̀kan 100 naira ò ka ogun mọ́ ẹ gbà mí o. Kọ̀ọ̀kan 100 naira ò ṣe fi wẹ ogun kéèyàn mọ́ báyìí pé ẹ rí pé ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ mọ́. Kọ̀ọ̀kan 100 naira ò lè wẹ̀ èèyàn mọ́ báyìí o. Ẹ tó tún jíṣẹ́ fún mi báyìí sí lónìí ẹ máa ní kọ̀ọ̀kan 21 méje lọ́nà mẹ́ta. Máa ra kọ̀ọ̀kan 2001 láti fi iṣẹ́ ogun èwo. Tí wàá lọ fi ra kọ̀ọ̀kan 2001 ó fẹ́ mi kí n ra búrẹ́dì àtẹ̀wà o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá dé wá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn wẹ́ mo fi ẹ̀mí mi lé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́ o. Mo fi ẹ̀mí mi lé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo tó bá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ á jẹ́ pé bá a ṣe kọ́ nìyẹn. Máa fi 2 wọn ara kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ṣé mo ti jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí? Ẹni oúnjẹ tí máa jẹ ní ìsìn kò kọjá 700. Iṣu 4, ẹ̀wà 3. Búrẹ́dì 5, ẹ̀wà 2. Rice 5, ẹja abẹ́ran 2. Mo máa wẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan 2,100. Kógun máa gbé mi tó ń gbé o.
You know, sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, right? What that Ebon is saying is that local sponge is now 100 naira. And they just delivered a message to him, spiritual message, that for him to birth, so, you know, to birth off the spiritual problem in his life, he will need 21 of that sponge. Here you get. So, and to buy 21, it's going to be 2,100. See, he himself, he has not even eaten this morning. Somebody said that he should go and buy a sponge of 2,100. That even if he had to eat himself, he only manages to eat with 700 naira food, right? So if you see 2,100 naira right now, he will first go and eat. And whatever the spiritual problem is, main day where in day, as things are right now. See, there was a day I was going home, right, from the studio, and I was doing a live video. So it was like in the middle of the night, you know. Now that's most time when I leave this place, right? So and I got to a place and I said, almost T Junction, T Junction, where in Nigeria you will see different sacrifices there. Because people believe that in the middle of the night is when the our Mami Olokikile Tower, you know, all the witches and the wizards, they always come out in the middle of the night. So if you want your prayer to be answered, or you want to appease the gods, or you want to ask something like that, in a traditional way, you would have to carry your sacrifice. You carry your sacrifice and place it at a T junction. Then you pray, you do all of that. In Nigeria, you will see, okay, like in Yoruba land to be precise, you will see all the sacrifices at different junctions. So somebody now said, my ego, Ebo no do anywhere like that anymore, Eboke. People don't get money to go and do any Ebo like that anymore. Now, person where they shop,
We don't chop well. Go do sacrifice. Say me then kill goats, cut the head, cut the leg, come put them inside pot, pour oil. You do know how much is the bottle of red oil now, Mayogun? Do you know how much is a goat now? So in this Nigeria, it don't affect everybody. It don't affect church. It don't affect mosque. It don't affect Babalawo, the Mamalawo, the brother Lawo, the auntie Lawo, uncle Lawo, sister Lawo, and all the Lawos. Right now, everybody they feel am. People don't get money to go and do sacrifice. They don't get money to go and say that they go church. In their church, they say they go bath. So go and bath spiritual bath, okay? Don't worry. You better leave that for now. No chop first, though. That is the situation. So it is not just people with the those people who are not selling or not seeing people patronizing them at their filling station. Not that, not people who are not seeing people patronizing them in their private hospital that are shutting down. Even the Babalawos, Mamalawos, they are shutting down. Everybody, they try to find other means now to improvise. That's exactly the word, to improvise. The shege, the thiefnubu's shege, they cover, they touch everybody. But people kind of have a way around it. You know, that to make it look like it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You just need to work hard. Work hard, decay. Where is the work? Where is the hard? The only thing people are saying is hard. They're not doing the work. Hard is the shege of what thiefnubu has offered you. So I wish you what you wish yourself. So, okay. I don't know what caused this. What if it caused fire on top of Blue Line? They just launched this Blue Line in Lagos. Did somebody go there to start burning tire? They were taking the labor insane. Like, why would there be fire on a rail track at the top of, you know? That's strange. That was 2 days ago. I mean, so that was yesterday, rather. Okay. But they were able to, you know, to quench it. They could not bring the water to quench the fire. Fire, fire on the mountain. No, sorry, there's a song, very popular song in Nigeria. Fire, fire, everybody run, run, run. No, that one is like Asha song, not Asha. There's another one. Make could bring the fire, make bring water, make we quench the fire. Everything just they happen for that place, man. Honestly, it's tiring. And here is Adilabu Penkelemesi, the peculiar mess, the minister of darkness in Nigeria, explaining to you why you are experiencing Warapa power in Nigeria, epileptic power supply. Warapa power supply is called epileptic Yakudaji, like that, in Nigeria.
Like you mentioned, you said 3 times, the grid actually was disturbed one time, and we deliberately shut it down the second time because of the explosion of the transformer at Jeba plant. Before this, the last disturbance of the grid was about 4 months ago, which meant that we have been managing the grid. Let me tell you, the truth of the matter is we have old infrastructure. We have a national grid that is more than 50 years old. We have a national grid whose transmission lines are old. The towers are falling. And the substations, the transformers are old. In fact, the transformer that actually exploded in Deba was 47 years old. We've been trying to revamp this, to change them, but they cannot all be changed overnight.
You get that? The power infrastructure in Nigeria is old. That is why you are having the Warapa power supply. I'm still wondering how Oyibo they do, I'm sure.
You get. You will see some of this, their own infrastructure, they're like about 80, 70, 90 years old. And they are still working. Now maintenance, I don't know. You get to hear that, oh, they're just putting new some power structure in some new areas. Those ones are new. But in some other areas, they have been there for like 100 years. But Nigeria own done far older. You say, hey, that's the song. Fire, fire in our country. Give me plenty water. Make a quench the fire. Africa will even put Olayemi. Olayemi, fire, fire in our country. Give me plenty water. Make a quench the fire. Fire. Anyway. Right. So old, dilapidated power structure is the reasons why. Is the reason why you are going to continue to experience epileptic power supply. Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Amen. I'll leave it that way. And I bet we still have the time to take reactions of people to what we have shared so far. So let me give you an update. Remember that I told you that we got 2 strikes because a channel was reporting videos from Mayegun's Diary Political. So we have reached a compromise last night and this morning. So they've been able to take one of those strikes out. So now we have just one left. That one that is left is because I raised a counterclaim on this whole issue. Therefore, we are going to wait it out for 14 days. And then if it is not taken off, we are going to raise another one, then it's going to be taken off. So we've reached a compromise, guys. We are not out of the woods yet, okay? There's still one strike on the channel, but we are far from where we were 2 days ago, when we believed that if an action wasn't taken, we didn't know to what extent they were willing to go and their intention, okay? So now, since we have responded and reacted, right? So behind the scene, we have reached a compromise. So one of the strikes has been taken off. So there's no cause for alarm. So there is one left. And I will tell you when that is taken off now. So we can all relax a bit. But remember, we are building the alternative channel to back this up, which is called the Mayegun's Diary Premium. So if you haven't really subscribed to that one, I am urging you now to please take a moment. Just search for, see it on your screen, right? Just search for Mayegun's Diary Premium. Now, I have 1,160 something people already, so which is great. So if you check the comment, the African Wala is doing us a very, very great job where is putting the link there. But you can search for Mayegun's Diary Premium right now, and you will see the you will see the YouTube channel. It is the same, which is the alternative to like a supporting channel, just in case if anybody wants to pull a stunt on us, we are not going to be totally out. Remember that. So please take a moment and subscribe. Okay, let's build that up as well. Okay, and thank you so much to all of you who are really going to go and do that. All right, I do appreciate you, and I'll continue to. So I'm going to take a break. I'll come back and take calls. Also, let me say a big shout out to FICODE. Yeah, Baba, thank you very much for your cup of coffees. Cups of coffee, rather. So thank you so much for your generosity. I got that. And to everyone who might also be interested in supporting Mayegun and my channel and my work, what you can do is that you can just grab your phone. Take a look at your screen right now. Grab your phone and scan this that is showing up on your screen. It is what will give you a link, and you can buy me a coffee too in support of my work. So I'm going to take a few calls this afternoon before we go on and get ready for the evening. Hopefully, we're going to have an evening time as well, a prime time on Mayogun's Diary Political. So if you have to go somewhere right now, great. Just make sure that you like the broadcast before you do. And when I come back, I am going to take calls, okay? Thank you. See, fair code. Thank you so much, ma'am. I don't know why I just felt like, you know, only guys love to use code. This code, I mean, code this, code that, code this, and all that stuff. So thank you so much, ma'am, okay, for your generosity. I got it. And God bless you, right? I do have a caller, though. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Mayegun.
Yes, sir.
Greetings to you. This is Dakwa calling from Alexandria, Virginia, USA.
God bless you, sir. Dapson, Dakwa from
yes,
Virginia.
Sir.
Alex, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Say that again. Alexandria, Virginia.
Yes, sir. Correct.
USA. God bless
so I've been
you,
following your program since 2016.
Amazing.
And a lot of time, I really don't have the luxury of time to be able to call in. But ever since you started this, your lunch break, I felt that, I mean, it's pretty much easier. And that was the reason why I was like,
schedule of yours. I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome, sir. So you're doing a very, very great job.
Thank you, sir.
So without wasting time, let me just go straight to the point. So this morning when I woke up to this video and it's very, very disturbing. And just as everyone has analyzed it, okay, this guy is a young guy oppressing another person like that, it's a no-no.
Honestly.
Like, yeah, like, why would you do that? So at the end of the day, one thing I always like, I normally type a lot in your comment section, and I always let people know that religion, that's Christianity and Islam, is the fundamental problem to people in Africa. And the day they wake up,
people do disagree. I'm glad that a lot of people agree though, right? But so many also disagrees. But yeah, go on, Baba.
Yeah. Like all those pastor preaching, all those people making money. Because myself, I stopped attending this Pentecostal church in 2019. Because when I saw that church in America is just about getting money from people, like at the point in time, permit me to just say this, Yoruba.
Go ahead.
Ọlọ́run la ojú mi, mo wá rí pé ogun ní gbogbo àwọn pastors yìí ń lò. So at the end of the day, why
do you
would
really think it's Ogun, sha?
It's part of it. Trust me, my ego is not
like
nice.
Trust me. Hypnotism or something.
God bless you. Hypnotism. Yeah, because ever since I stopped attending church in 2019, like aside from the fact that I can think clearly, like I know all my direction, I know what I need to do. Like I saw that my life has changed. So everything you say, it's always resonating with me. And it's so sad that a lot of people are not seeing it from this angle. At the end of the day, then they will now be able to rise up. Because when you now rise up, you now know that, okay, this kind of thing should not be happening.
Like things, you know what we use.
Pastor, ó kó ọlọ́pàá ń ṣọ́ pastor. Àwọn ọmọjọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dídá o, ìpápá ẹ̀dá rin. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n bá ibùtọ̀ ẹ̀ jẹ. Kò jẹ́ pé sàgbétọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ má dídá ayé bàjẹ́.
So sorry, guys. Okay, I am sorry that the audio just disappeared on us. I hope it's back now, or it should be back right now. One sec. Yeah, I think it's back. Sir Dipson, Dapson, yes, you see there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here, sir.
Nice one, Baba. Please continue.
So let me just try and break it. So eventually, when people's eyes open, they will know that these people, even though I know that the election in Nigeria is about rigging, sham, but I still feel that they're still part of the people, because let me just deviate a little bit. Like in this America, it's very hard for me to just make friends with a Nigerian that I've never met, that I don't know. And the reason is just that is the behavior. Because there was a time I met a Nigerian through my non-Nigerian friend. And you won't believe that this guy tried to scam me. He tried to sell land to me in Nigeria.
Wow.
While we are living here in America. So at the end of the day, I understand that people that would eventually fight, or I don't want to use the word fight, but people that would support people in Nigeria to achieve the goals of freedom. Will still be people from here. So now, if people from here cannot be trustworthy, you can't be honest on little things, you can't think, you can't do things in a way. You're not reliable. Yes, it's like when they give you like $1,000 for bribe, then they will be able to shut you out. Then we still have a long way to go. But I will just say this to conclude. I just wish every Nigerian in diaspora, you can check your behavior and start doing the things rightly. Because when you're doing things rightly, it's going to have a ripple effect that is going to encompass all. But if we keep doing fraud, doing all this game, trying to steal, when you see another Nigerian, you just want to pull him down, you just want to do this, then this is all what we're going to be getting.
There's something called trust. It is a very strong currency, trust. And if we don't see it as something that we should value, then we've lost it all.
There's a problem.
Honestly.
I'm telling you, Marigo. So at this point, I'll just let you go. It was really nice joining your studio, and subsequently, I'll still always like to contribute. So thank you so much, Marigo. God always bless you, and I will always support you anywhere I can.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, Marigo. Thank you so much.
You take it easy,
God
okay?
bless
And stay,
you, Marigo.
and stay safe too as well, Baba. Nice one.
Yes,
See, there's something that I believe as well, that if things are really to change in that place for whatever good that we all desire, there are some things that must change about us too. Trust is a very strong currency. It's a very strong thing that we should have, those of us who live in the diaspora, right? There should always be something that should differentiate us or separate us from those who live in Nigeria. I don't mean like something like maybe, okay, we are better off. No. I'm talking about in our ways and the way we do things. Because so many of us have been taken out of Nigeria, but they have not taken Nigeria out of us. So many of us left Nigeria, but Nigeria didn't leave us. So there are still so many of us that are still chancers who will take advantage of others. But whenever we are talking about how corrupt Nigeria is, how degenerated the people have become, and then, how much we are preying on ourselves, where people prey on each other to take advantage of each other. Some of us in the diaspora, we also join in saying that, oh, that country, that is, but if we begin to dig into our own ways too, especially against ourselves, right, it tells a lot that so many people will tell you that I would rather be friends with non-Nigerians abroad than being in the midst of Nigeria. I've had people who have said that. And it's really, really sad, sincerely. You will see that they will be like, no, me, I don't want. Some will even tell you that I would rather be friends with, you will see Yorubas that will say, I would rather be friends with Igbos than being friends with Yorubas, my fellow Yorubas, because they are this, and that. You will see others that will say, oh, instead of me being friends with Igbos, you will see Igbos that will say, instead of me being friends with Igbos, I would rather be friends with this, so and so, because of what they have shown me. All these experiences, right, they are not invalid, though. Sure you get. And some of them just kind of always remind a lot of us why we even left that place in the first place. So when we all talk about how degenerated Nigeria has become, we should always check on our own road too. What are you doing differently? Are you a good role model? Is that CA?
CA from Atlanta.
That is CA from Atlanta. How are you today, Baba?
On a very cold morning, a minute to 12 noon.
Oh, bless you. See, our time
almost
has
12
changed
noon,
here,
1 minute to 12 noon.
And enough that I heard that yours is going to change next week.
On Sunday, yes. You're going to change on Sunday, yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's good to have you, though.
Yes.
CA from Atlanta.
Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth about, before I go to today's topic, you talked about that big loudmouth in Bayelsa is a River State, Asari Dokubo.
Oh, Dokudump.
I don't know why you wasted your time talking about that guy. That guy is broke. If he's broke, he talks anyhow. Right. He's probably broke by now. So, of course, the way they give him money, he's shut up and look for another people to call victim, another victim to attack. Now he's talking about Yoruba this, Yoruba that. He's talking about the whole of Yoruba or what?
Talking about how Igbos are this, Igbos are that.
Now it's Yoruba now.
Now it's Yorubas.
So next, we don't know who is going to talk next. Maybe the Hausa is going to be next.
It used to be Hausa Fulanis. Then he was trying to befriend the Igbos. Remember, he said he's Igbo himself. Then later he just kind of went south and began to kind of attack the Igbos. Then now it's the Yoruba's turn.
And the Yorubas are this, that. So, I mean, when he's broke, he just needs something. This guy doesn't even know where he comes from. The father is an Igbo man. The father's name, I heard this was Uzoma. This guy is an Igbo guy.
He said it himself.
But just like Wike, they keep
somebody else said.
He is.
Said it himself.
He is. Just like Wike, they keep denying and lying and lying and lying. I don't understand. They're going to this issue. You see this problem with this big manism in Nigeria. Who are you? You know that who are you factor in Nigeria. Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Yeah. You know who you are talking to.
Do you know who do you know who I am? Because of the kind of country we will have. That big man syndrome will always be there. I'm bigger than everybody.
Big manism.
After you stole their money as a public official, you lie it upon them and you want to bring them down. So a poor man should not talk.
No.
So you can see the kind of country where we have.
It is the mentality.
Just like that.
The mentality sucks.
Mentality.
Sucks. Every time they tell you they love poor people, they are fighting for poor people.
Yeah.
You see them in the midst of the poor people, as they claim, dancing, doing everything, but they actually don't love any poor person. They hate you.
I can bet you when they are among themselves, in their midst, among themselves, the way they talk down on poor people.
It's obvious.
But during the election, you see them come out and say they are for the masses, they are for this, they are for that. Masses. Look at that, the case of that sex toys senator. Look at what happened. Any little thing in Nigeria, do you know who I am? And the police and the judicial system, I don't understand what is going on. All you need is a phone call, a big man calling the DPO and go arrest somebody. People don't have to find out what's going on. Just pick him up. Because a poor man, and you go to the station, he's locked up. The people at police will say, bring money. The people are looking for just 5,000 naira to. Oh, my God.
No, it is exhausting, Baba.
It's sad. It's sad.
You see,
thank you for all you do, man.
People will even blame you. You fight big man.
They will blame you.
Helper. You better say sorry. Yeah. This is Nigeria.
Yeah.
This is Nigeria. They can use connection to finish you. Somebody was actually threatening somebody that can make you disappear and nobody will see you. Into this Nigeria.
And it's right. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it, Mayogo. You can do it and nothing's going to happen.
Wow.
That's the country we have.
Wow. It's a shame, man. See, thank you so much. You have a good one yourself, okay? So that's CA from Atlanta. Here is Tony from England. How are you today, Baba?
I'm well, Bayo. I just wanted to suggest, I think I spoke to you about it some time ago, Rumble, to have your in a Rumble, because we Rumble all the truth.
I did open one, right? I did open one Rumble, and people actually did follow me there. But the problem is that our people, this audience, right? They are so tough to migrate. It seems that the YouTube is so easy, convenient, including Facebook, that trying every other platform is such an Herculean task. See, I did try at a point, right? Every of my broadcast here was on Rumble. Every one of them. I'll still keep trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's something that when we keep mentioning, people will say, okay, let me just go check this guy out. Because all the truth tellers in the whole world, you find them on Rumble. And what I wanted to say respectfully to one guy, although he doesn't deserve my respect, I just want to behave myself this afternoon.
If you are disagreeing with the person, just disagree respectfully like you did, okay?
I'm not disagreeing. I just want to call it to your attention because it doesn't look good on you. Because you do not have this channel as a Yoruba man. You're having it because of passion. So what I just want to say to the person, because he's calling out, is using a divisive and a tribalistic term, Okoro. You don't do that.
No.
He said,
no.
Yeah, Don Anthony is his name.
If you observe that,
his name is Don Anthony. I know where I know he's part of the group that possibly part of the group that even reported you. They'll come here and pretend as if they are for you. They'll come and spy out. You don't use Okoro on people, my brother. It is not a nice thing. And he's saying even though the Okoro people are good.
Somebody even calling people Omoibo.
Yes.
He said that this is now a slow word that people who do that intentionally knows what they are doing. It's no longer about ignorance anymore. They do know what they are doing.
So we're not. So it's not about anything. It's about anybody that steps out of order. He's called out in Maego and other reasonable platform. Please don't use that. Don't use that word. It is insulting. In case you don't know, but I'm sure this man. I know who he is. Don't worry, Maego. I know him. He's like that. He has just come to
See, the way it is done, Tony. I like the way you approach it now. It's far much like You know, it's not the real Tony that always like fire like you normally do. I like the way you approach it now, okay? So what happened is this, right? When somebody like that when people do something like that, right? We do have people that can put them in their place. Sometimes they can put it for warning, they can put them in timeout, and if they don't stop, they can permanently, right, shut them out of this platform, okay? So I'm glad you are raising it out here now, and I bet the person concerned should understand that it is out of respect that we decided that every slow word against anybody or any group or any ethnic or tribe group here is totally uncalled for, okay? It won't take anything away from you if you have to respect people for who they are. That's not too much to ask for. You get that now? So we will look into it. I promise you.
No worries. Thank you for all you do, Maegu, and have a great day.
And you too.
Yeah,
you have a good one yourself, okay? So that's the Tony there. Please, everyone should respect everyone, okay? Here, right? You do not have to agree with people, all right? In fact, it is a good thing to disagree, including with me. You can disagree with me, but please, let's just respect people's, you know, like identity, positions, and what they say. It's a place where everybody can speak their mind. You can call in and disagree. But I disagree with you. I say, okay, yeah, tell me what that disagreement is. And I will respect it. You get, so that is why here I can agree with you on everything, even if I'm not really agreeing with you. It's called respect. And I hope we kind of hold that still. It's important. So again, that you mentioned my Rumble. I have a Rumble account. And I think, let me go check my channel or so. I see, okay, it says I haven't. But I do have a Rumble. I've just logged into my account and my account overview. Not overview. No, I'm looking for my videos. My videos, all videos. My Egun's Diary Political. See, I can share with you. Let me show you all. It's not as if to say I don't listen to all advices. I do. But what can I do when my audience are very conservative? You know, my Egun's Diary Political audience, they are so conservative, right? They are not the type that can easily be moved. I've done my best. I was on Rumble almost every now and then. See all my videos there. I used to be there, see, 49 weeks. That's like almost a year. See, this is my Egun's Diary Political on Rumble. So, but when I moved to the studio, right? So I didn't connect it to the main, what do you call it? I didn't connect it to the main server. Now I have connected now, okay? So which means that some of my video will automatically go there. It's actually such a great place. One thing is that I have not learned how to go live on it. You see, live streams. I have not been able to go on live and all of that stuff. So I was learning that at the time. But since I barely have views there, I just thought, oh, this one is going to be a long thing. See, I've got followers there. People following me on the Rumble. See my own person, Korikosun. Americans love Rumbles. I mean, they love Rumble because they kind of feel like it's an independent platform. I love that. But yeah, I'll keep working on it. Okay, I'll keep working on it. See, Don Anthony, you may be Okoro as you said yourself. Okay, you may be an Igbo person too. Okay, but once somebody says, please don't use that word here and all that, out of respect, I expect you to be a proper Templar. It is not to take away your free speech as some will think. It is called respect. All right. But you know, if you are now intentionally typing Okoro, that means you just want to cause a distraction, and we don't really like that here, right? So it won't belittle you if you stop, would it? It won't. I have a caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Maegu.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
My name is Ken. I'm calling from Atlanta. But you always see my comment as Nazi on your YouTube channel.
So I've got another person from Atlanta now. I've got CA, now I've got Ken. How are you, Baba?
It is well, Mike. It's good. I've always been here.
Thank you.
From the days of the kitchen and everything. Sometimes I try to call. It doesn't come in. Oh, yes. So even on the bicycle.
You remember when I was like that troublemaker that, well, look at how far, see how far we have come, man.
Michael, I'm going to be a little bit sarcastic.
Go ahead.
So play with me. First of all, you lied to us that election will not be free. They will not rig us. They did not rig us now, Michael. They didn't rig us now.
I mean,
they just announced results, like you said.
Everyone has said one or two things as we speak. So, yeah.
You told us not to vote. You were lying to us. Don't vote, don't vote. We voted now, Mayegue, and the result came out. Lastly, you told us fuel will not be expensive. Mayegue, we're buying fuel today, 200 per liter. Why are we complaining?
So Mayegue will cry. See me crying now. See my
you
tears.
told us that you were even the one that told us that we'll cry for 8 years, and we are not crying. And Mayegue is laughing. Why? You see, Mayegue, when Nigeria has gotten to a level where even the oppressors are now coming to the streets to oppress us clearly. In a situation where, ordinarily, like you said, that guy, I'm from Abia, he's from my constituency. Oh, yeah. If he was in US today,
right,
by now, he's no longer a house or whatever member.
Yeah.
His house will have been decimated with all kinds of posters, everything. His constituency will have called him out, even on national TV. But just like you said, give it 3 days.
No.
It's going to go away. The police is going, but I'm sure by now he has hired 6 sons to go to court.
Who are going to say that
against that
the driver?
That's
and the driver
it.
Also infringed on his privacy by recording
infringed on his privacy.
They will find something.
I know. You see, they will find the law to cover him. One man said, "Oh, NDLA is dealing with drug." They found drug in his house. He ran back to the Senate and said, "Protect me, because I shouted, oh." That's why, you see, this is the kind of country we live. And I just want to say one thing. The weekend issue that happened, Mayegue, please, you are always a proactive person. Don't take any chances to be proactive now for granted. Go on different levels, keep posting your videos. Please.
By little, introduce it to everyone. You know what I mean?
Somebody said it's subscribed as 700. Immediately you turned on that channel. Yep. I was part of the first 10 that went on it.
Yes.
You know, so try as much as possible, Mayegue.
Yes,
keep posting your videos everywhere. We cannot destroy this intellectual property that you have.
And you know something as well, Ken? Yeah, just to kind of allay the fears of everyone, okay? This every video on Mayegu's Diary Political, whether on YouTube or Facebook, is 100% backed in the StreamYard. When I discovered that, I was like, yes, there's nothing to worry about. Huh? I was almost worrying for nothing. So you see, every of my video from over 4 years ago is right here on StreamYard, and I could download them, all of them, whenever I want to.
Please, let's go and let's have a bank where this your intellectual properties are, because you always say something. 10 years, 20 years from today, our kids will log on and see these things that you're talking about. I'm telling you, see, somebody talked about church. Do you know how I demystified church?
Tell me.
Something happened to me here in America. Right. So they say, pray. So Mayegue, I went to church that Sunday. I didn't say anything to anybody. It was a big problem. And it was something that was going to land me in Nigeria. It was an immigration problem.
Oh dear.
I didn't say anything. I just kept quiet. I said, let me go and meet them. If they deport me, I know there's no God. If there's God, let everything. You know, but if I've told somebody in the church, they will say, oh, Jesus, you're not great. Mayegue. I went there. Nothing happened. I prayed on my own. Everything went fine. Since then, I saw that. Now, wow. So I've been playing into the air.
Personal. You get.
Oh God!
It's only when people begin to project. Once they begin to project their stuff on you. That's why I told you. I said, I wasn't raised to believe there is no God. And to me,
They're all
coming here to
mysteries.
say I do not have a religion doesn't mean that I do not somehow believe that there is a supreme being. But the way I believe in him is personal. Okay? So I'm not going to say that same belief I have in that God is the same faith I'm going to use to talk about the rot in the contraption to fix it. That is manipulation. That's not.
No, Marego, you have always said there is God. You are always saying believe in yourself and talk to this God yourself.
It is personal.
In your own way. It's personal. It's not about somebody telling you how to talk to God.
You get? When somebody
There's a man on YouTube.
Instead of all of this, we should pray for Nigeria. That's you manipulating me.
No, that's manipulating me.
Sure, you get.
There's a man on YouTube. You might know him.
Yeah, you are giving responsibility of these criminal politicians to the supreme being. He is not going to do what man will do now.
It's not. You know, there's a pastor on social media, Dr. Shola.
Yeah.
He keep on shouting to Nigerians, pray on your own. Don't go to any Babalawo, don't go to any Afa to go and say, pray for me. Pray on your own. But people still go and they hold them hostage, siphon them, and threaten them. You know, the new one now is threat. They are threatening people. If you try it, your generation, you're something, a pastor threatening somebody.
No, they work like that too.
I'm telling you,
I'll tell you, Baba. I'll tell you too.
There's one. Canaan Land is on the media now, threatening a pastor. If you try, the pastor threatening to report him for collecting money from a U.S. church and not refunding it. He's telling the pastor, your generation, your so, something will happen.
It costs. Like, if I go ahead, but you will still pay that money. If not me, I go say, oh yeah, do the cost, but you go pay that money. You go pay
the of course, the guy has told him, the authorities are waiting for you. If you come into US, you don't pay. They will hold you down. You will pay. It's not Nigeria where you can call commissioner of police. I really appreciate it. I just say, let me call. The day I really wanted to call was the day Inoki was running mad on the social media with his people. And I saw some people that left your page to go there and say, this might go. We would say, really?
I know.
So you all been here as a bigot?
They said I should be the bigger. See, they said I should be the bigger person. Here you get. I can give
you are a bigger person
on this platform, right?
I'm telling you.
Here on my platform.
I'm telling you.
There too. But I'll continue to be the bigger person. All right. The bigger person.
No, you are. Please say
as long as they do not display that character here.
Yeah.
Here you get.
Yeah. Of course. Just allow them.
Run their
referee. You know, we know ourselves. Just like you. On the last note, on the final note, let me make you laugh. Please. The day you brought the girl from African Wahala, you know, I don't know how it is, but you made the girl see some money and the girl choked. She couldn't call money anymore. She's like, I saw.
I don't even know. See, I always say that I am one of the luckiest ones here, all right, on this global space, right? And I am always very grateful. Now, sometimes when you show that love on this platform, anyone who is new here will kind of joke. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But do you know that singular action of yours, Maimu,
yes, sir,
told you something. If you don't know, I know you know that you are a force to reckon with. In 1 hour,
not without all of
the girl choked.
Not without.
No, we are here. Why are we here? You have always been upright. You stay the way it is. You don't paint it.
Actually realized over 3.6 million naira in 24 hours.
Yes.
Here you get.
I'm telling you.
My union, I have a union called the Yoruba Union, right? After that
union,
that evening, we kind of did our own text behind the scene, and we raised like 1.2 million naira to add to what she saw here. So by the time we woke up the following morning, right, we're already like there to give her 1.2 million, and she's already got like over 2 million here already, 2.something million. I
said, Marego, in few minutes, you can see how she was choking.
And
she has never seen that kind of
she was rush. Like, what? I said, you know what, go sleep. I'll wake up tomorrow and we can talk again.
Thank you for all you do. God bless you. Your kids to enjoy from this generational prowess that you have given to people. Thanks, your name will open doors for your kids. I'm telling you. You are my good son. you will see and they will reap from your blessings. You might feel you are being underpaid, but my ego, posterity will be kind to your family.
Thank you
will
so
be
much.
kind to your all your work of your hands. Thank you. I appreciate you. So you see me as Ken from Atlanta on your page. It's Nazi. Thank you. Bye
It's a
bye.
pleasure talking to you, Baba. You have a good one, okay?
Yes.
Cheers, man. So that's Ken. I've got somebody else from Atlanta now. So it's not only you now, CA. So I've got CA and I've got Ken, which makes it two. I will remember them. I've got another Ken. Now, where was Ken from again? Oh, Kenneth. Kenneth. Oh, Chai. But you know what? Let me speak to my one name. One name.
And you have Osita from Atlanta as well.
Osita from Atlanta as well. See me, oh. It can't be like say I will have to choose between Atlanta or Texas or my first trip to America, and it's gonna be I'm gonna be turning between the two.
Me and CA will be glad to host you.
I know. Thank you so much, Osita.
I believe that CA is listening. Believe me, I want to see him. I really want to meet him. We'll have a lot to do together. Yeah.
Osita, Baba, how are you?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm good. I've always been listening, and I've always been trying to allow other people to so that they can hear their voices as well.
That's right, man.
But the truth, the reason I'm calling is because of my dear brother that called from. I've forgotten the place he said he come from. That was talking about the Nigerian community that we ourselves. Yes, he's right.
Oh,
but
from Virginia.
Yeah, from Virginia, but all the same, he is not totally right.
Okay.
Because all of us will have to be role models to ourselves. No society in this world that will claim that, oh, we are clean people. Even where you have all those cleanliness, you still have all the dirtiness as well.
Still do.
You know, I will tell you, yes, you met the wrong person. Doesn't mean you have to categorize it that, oh, that you don't like mingling with Nigeria.
Okay.
That's not who we are. Because I remember I lived in London. I can proudly say it here. Something that is very unusual. I lived in London for 5 good years in East London.
Right.
That 5 years, I was only able to pay my house rent for only just 1 year. The remaining of the 4 years I lived in London, I didn't pay a dime.
Wow.
I worked with a realty organization owned by 2 Nigerians, 2 Igbo brothers. Today, they are my role model. Nobody can tell me anything about Nigerians. And those guys, I lived in their house for 5 good years. They turned my visa to working visa. They applied for it. That was how I lived in that country for 5 good years. For 4 years, I did not pay a dime for house rent. Even most of the times, things that I will eat, I did not. It's when we are going for shopping, I'll go with them, they will steal. And at the end of the day, I was making up.
Wow.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I was making about, after my expenses in a month, I still can save at least about £1,700. Wow. So that is Nigerian for you. It wasn't somebody from Somalia. It wasn't somebody from America. It wasn't somebody from Britain that did it. So what I am we have to be a role model to ourselves. Sometimes most times you will turn a good leaf when you see somebody who is nice to you. One reality about life is that when you keep lying, you will think the other person is lying to you as well, because you never say the truth. So because sometimes when you are bad, you will think every other person is bad as well. But it's until you begin to see, because we keep talking about the bad things that happens to us individually than those good things that happens to us. Even when you come out from your house and you see somebody smile at you and say good morning, believe me, it's a blessing when he smiles at you. Then when that person comes out, he doesn't even know you exist. He will keep a straight face. Then you start asking yourself, what would today have for me?
But when you see that person smile, only just the smile, that audience that it gives to you, it gives you a kind of blessing ahead of the day. So I'm just trying to tell that, my brother, if you being a nice guy, if I meet you, it's going to be a blessing to my life. That's something you have to understand because you're a Nigerian and you're a nice guy.
You know, bad things also happen to good people. I've had people who have housed their fellow Nigerians who really needed help and they regretted it. You know, people have different stories in this.
Yeah,
That's why I'm going to agree with
yeah.
your logic that,
Here that
sometimes
I stay,
your personal experience doesn't generalize, you know?
Yes, here that I stay, I can tell you about, I had like about 4 people that I housed, but 2 is very fantastic to me. One is a Yoruba guy and one is an Igbo guy. They are very, very fantastic to me. So what I'm trying to say that it is an individual thing. So yes, you will not quantify everybody in the same scale. So there are some that are good and there are some that are bad. So it is left for us to know. My lawyer, when I came into this country, the lawyer that I have that was doing all my, there was a time he made a statement, and that statement didn't all go well for me. That I was thinking it was only me, but the rest of my friends, they took it as an offense when he said, "Oh, he made a statement like that and said, oh, this is the reason I don't like handling businesses of Nigerian people, their businesses." And you know what everybody did? Everybody said, oh, wow. I didn't even know that people stored it in their mind. One day he now called me. And when he called me, I now explained to him that because before I would see somebody, I would take it to him. It's for his own good. I don't charge those people any money. He's the one that's charging his fees. And he now said, oh, what is happening? That is it that there's no more people coming from Nigeria or from Africa that I know I can? And I told him that this is what you said, and me, I took offense. If not for the fact that I'm already in your hand, I would quickly look for another person. That this is what he said. Do you know what he now said? Oh, that is sorry. Did he actually say something like that? If he said something like that, he didn't really mean it that way. I said, that is it. I said, oh, he now said that, do I know that I'm not the first person that told him this thing?
Wow.
That one of my friends told him, and I called that my friend. That my friend told me he told him the same thing, and people have been complaining. So at the end of the day, he was able to reconcile those things. We started, if I get somebody, I'll just say, oh, go and meet this lawyer, he's going to handle your case. And the guy is good. But, you know, you could destroy your business because of those negative perception you have about your own country people. And one thing I want people to understand, I know I prefer to use the word African, but I know that because of the Nigerian where we come from, this contraption. But believe me, you will never find any person that is going to be better than yourself. Those people that looks like you, those people that identify with you, you will never see anybody. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much, Osita. All right, I love it when Templars are exchanging their views this way. Okay, so it's a platform where when you say something, somebody is listening. A lot of people listening, right? Then someone is going to feel like, you know what? I don't want to call in, but I think I'm going to call in and chip in something too, because I agree with that. Oh, I disagree with that, and we do so respectfully. As matured minds, makes it more interesting. You know, we should have a people's parliament soon. Here, hello.
Hi. Hi, my good.
Ma'am, you might need to mute the broadcast though, so that we can hear ourselves.
Oh my God, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
It's my first time of calling, and I got you. Oh my, I got my good today. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I'm so happy. How you doing? Yeah.
Very well.
Thank you so much. I like you so much. I love watching you, and my husband too.
Thank you. And how is
he? He's okay. He's here.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, you called me for the first time, and you got through the first time. That's so rare.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, what I want to say is this, that we Nigerians, I think it's that time we should start, we have bad people everywhere.
That's right.
You know, I'm in the healthcare field, and I have different nations working with me. So is the time that we start looking, you know, the good part of Nigerians, not just the bad part, because we have good Nigerians and we have bad Nigerians. We also have bad people in other nations and we have good people in other nations. Right. You know, I was facing some challenges last year at my workplace. It was a Nigerian lady that stood up. I never knew her from Adam, from Edo State. She's from Igbo. She stood up and said, "You are going nowhere. And I'm going to meet with the CEO." And she asked me a question. Meanwhile, I just got into that company. Okay. She said, "If I talk to the CEO, will you like to stay back?" I said, "Of course." Oh. She went straight to the office, talked to the CEO on my behalf. My husband is right here. That is how the CEO asked her and said, "Do you think she would like to stay again?" Because she said she wants to leave. And she said, "Yes, of course. You just have to listen to her and give her the hours that she says she needs. She will stay." That is the Nigerian lady that I never met in my life. I met her there.
Wow. And she stood for you, like
she stood
spoke
for me.
you on your behalf. And you know,
on my behalf.
Some people will tell you that at their own workplaces, they've had their opposition from their fellow Nigerians. This is so refreshing to hear, honestly, ma'am. Right? So you are testifying it in a way that some people will be like, "Oh, lucky you." Or is it just that we should, like you said, we should stop kind of pointing out all the negative ones, and at least in moments like this, appreciate the good ones that you are doing?
Exactly. And we have to take time to know somebody, like people. Like you come to a workplace and the Nigeria person will come, immediately they know you are from Nigeria. They are staying away from you. I've experienced that I will come back home, I'll be telling my husband, "I don't understand. I'm trying to pull my people close to me so that I can talk to them and say, look, this is how we work here. This is what is going on here." But they are going to other nations, going to the Philippines, going to the Brazil, pushing away, you know, like I felt so bad. And at the end, the people you are going to meet, they are the ones that are going to stab you, and they will make sure you leave that company.
See? So could this be part of the wrong perceptions that have been shared many times? You know, you have no problem with these people, but the moment, you know, because me, right, when I was working for Sky, there were Nigerians there too, and I won't lie to you, it feels so different. It feels so good to see that, oh, she's Nigerian, and I'm always like, "Hi, hello, hi," like that. Even though we might be in different teams, right? But there's always that feeling there that you see, that person is Nigerian, or this person is from Nigeria, and all that. So, but in some places, people are always like, want to stay off, they want to stay away, and maybe from wrong perceptions that they have heard.
Wrong perception. That is what I'm trying to say, that we should try and put it down. Let's drop it. Let's drop it.
I love this.
If one person have maybe did evil to you or wrong you, it doesn't mean every other person that you're going to meet on your way of life will do the same. We should take time to know people better.
That's fantastic. I mean, I
because
don't know
the person that you are,
this, but I think
the person that you are trying, yeah, the person that you are trying to stay away from, be that person that God has placed there to help you.
See. Because you see, I have said something before. I have told people, ma'am, I have said that until somebody shows the sign of who they are, it doesn't make any sense to judge them from an experience you've had with others. Because in this life, everybody have their own story, right? And you cannot judge people that you've never had any issue with based on the experience of other people. And now you are just confirming that it is not ideal to use perception of, oh, I heard that, or I heard that, you know what I mean? You are probably like going to be pushing away good people that could be so instrumental to your life. I love this. I love this. Thank you so much for sharing,
That's all I have today is to say thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Mike.
Say me well to the boss, right? Tell him that I said hi.
You will hear.
Okay.
You will hear. Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you, man. That's amazing. People should remember this. I think somebody is calling back, by the way. to add to what they have said there before, I believe. So a quick one. Hello.
Hello, Maigo. This is Dakwade calling back.
Dapson, you are back.
Sorry about that. I'll be brief.
Go on.
Yes, very, very brief. So Osita is someone I've been listening to on this platform, and I respect him so much. Wow. But the point you don't need to understand is that you see this life, sometimes if you don't see issue from the other perspective, you might never understand the feeling, like the trauma. Like when I first came here, right, I became homeless because my Nigerian Yoruba people, they felt that, because then I was vulnerable. And they'd be like, they had to go to where I was working then to stop my work, to stop my job. They had to do a lot of things. So lastly, then I remember I got like a shared apartment with like another Yoruba friend then. Right. Because then when I first came to this land, I was gravitating towards my people. Right. But guess what? The experience was so bad. Then after then, because this was the church in Alexandria when I first came, I now started being like, okay, I don't want to attend the church around where I live. I went to DC, Washington, DC.
Right.
It was still the same thing that I experienced. In fact, over there, was it the man that just came from Nigeria that was trying to help, that tried to, he borrowed money from me for like a year and never paid, but he later paid after a year? Was this someone that we did like a deal of like $1,500? And guess what? This lady had to give me $150. So aside from myself, like I had other people that came in and the experience is just so like, in fact, like if I'm going to give you like these statistics, like 9 out of 10 people that tried to almost destroy me here in America are Nigerians, and most of them are Yorubas. So I'm not trying to say this to debilate our people.
I kind of will understand the two things here, okay? Your story is personal, and there is a trauma from it that you actually escape. Let me tell you my own story quickly, Dapson, before you go, right?
Yes, sir.
Quick one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see what happened when I first came to the UK. I had an agreement with two of my friends, one in Birmingham and one in London. The day I was coming, I gave them all my itinerary and all of that. The agreement was that I was going to bunk with them. All right.
Yes.
But you know what happened? When I got to Gatwick, the two mobile numbers didn't go. It was like that.
Yeah.
So the other one later I later got through to the other one, and he said, I'm not around though. I've gone and do.
I'm not in the city at this time,
and I won't be back. I was like, what am I going to do now? I was new. So, but you know what? That was my first experience. Somebody from Nigeria got somebody who said if I could find my way down to Kent, it could house me for a few days until I get my friends. I never got those friends until another person, random person, totally, who just saw my post, a bye-bye post on Facebook at the Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, where I was holding my passport and ticket, right? And he said, are you in this? Are you in the UK? I said, Baba, are they here? I was like, where are you? I said, I'm in London. I was like, do you know people in London? Why don't you just come to Scotland? I was like, where is Scotland? And I said, just come to Scotland. And guess what? The house. Yes, sir. And he was only trying to help, by the way. So the house he got me was a problematic house. All right. It's a house that the police were looking for who were staying there. Sure, you get.
Yes. Maybe they had like drug related before then.
So now it's a problematic place. So I was entering into a house that was problematic. And this person is actually from my hometown, Nodobolu. Okay. And he was just helping. Yes. Then he introduced me to other guys where I had to start working. So the work they first gave me was to go and work in the toilet. Okay. And I was to go there and I was to give at least maybe almost 60% of whatever I make to the person who introduced me there, and I'll keep the rest. It was an experience, right?
Is that not slavery?
You get that now. So this is my own experience. So something that actually made me so frustrated that what did I come here to do, God? What is happening to me? And they were all from my own, Yoruba and all.
Maigo, would you allow me to just share this experience, just this little one? So this little one was before I got into construction. Like the people that the Nigerians used to mingle around, they'll be giving me toilet washing, which I appreciate now because I'm hardworking. I don't reject any job. Right. So I was washing the toilets.
Right.
Then until I now got an employment at a construction company. The boss, the owner of the company is a white guy. So guess what? Within 6 months, I came from being like a laborer to become like an assistant project manager because this white man saw my potential. So at the end of the day, when I just look at both worlds, I saw that my Nigerian people are always putting me down, always like scam, always doing this. In fact, I had like a sister. Yeah, I have like a sister that even rented an apartment, a shared room in Maryland. And guess what? After she paid like $700 per month, guess what? The owner of this house didn't give her the internet code. And this man is a Nigerian man. Like, this girl doesn't have the internet, and internet is free, Wi-Fi. Like, I mean, like, if I start telling... So now...
I'm leading you to the what Osita is trying to make us see, okay?
Yes,
see, because even if you check your own story very well, right, you realize that those things were supposed to break you, but they made you.
Yes.
Eventually to who you are today. All those stories that you are sharing now, they're supposed to break you. Look at you. Look at you today, right? So my story is almost similar, okay? You see, my own, I got, eventually, I was kicked out of that house. Police came, they packed my stuff.
Sorry about that.
And they made me leave, okay? So then I got another place. Another Yoruba person, a very good brother, I believe. He arranged, listen to this one, the person arranged how I could get a shared house in Glasgow here. And I was so happy. And the person knew then that, number one, I didn't really have all the papers I could have, or the real job I could have, anything, right?
Yeah, that kind of thing,
he now said he was going to help me. I said, how much can you pay? I said, I can afford £150 every month. And he was like, okay, it's all right, just bring it, don't worry. Then I was so happy. I was going to go and pack my stuff and come back. And you know what? The person that facilitated these arrangements, which I was like, thank you so much, Egbon. Thank you, Egbon. Thank you. He was the same guy who used the person who should be my new landlord. He used his phone to text me and said, no, I can't take 150. It's £250.
Imagine. So those are the kind of behavior.
Right? Told the person that was to be my landlord that, well, you can take £250 from him. And I was like, okay, yes, I'll take it. And guess what? I took it. And I became his tenant. Now, while living with him, right, I was like a houseboy. I had to clean, I had to cook.
Exactly. That's what they're going to put you through.
Yeah, I was happy to do all that. I mean, you know, at least I had
Of course, but you're going to, it's part of what made us today.
Then one day, we were at the barber shop. We're just having a gist and kind of like that. And somehow, his friend, who happened to be a well-to-do guy, is the correct guy. He was like, he had his car and all of that stuff, like correct guy. So he dabbled into the conversation, right? It was like, what's all this nonsense you are talking about? Blah, 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 like that. It wasn't part of the conversation. He was just seated there, listening to us, and he just pounced on me. And I was like, boy, you don't believe what I'm saying. Why don't you Google what I just said? He was like, shut up your mouth. Google what? Do you think this is Udu Buluda? You're a Jebu? Where do you say you come from again?
Imagine.
Like, there's somebody within the room was like, Omo, it's true. I don't Google Amo. Now, true, this guy, they talk. I think that deflated his ego. Guess what? He told his friend to kick me out of the house.
Imagine.
And I actually got kicked out of the house.
I believe you. Yes.
So, meanwhile, this person that told somebody to kick me out of the house, I used to go to his house. I will do his dishes. I will cut his grass. He will give me £20. And I'm always very grateful. Thank you, Egbon. Thank you, Egbon. Because I was always like, Egbon. Sure, you get?
Yes.
And it didn't deter me, okay? But guess who helped me again? Another Yoruba person. Who was like, I heard that so person has kicked you out of his house. It's so horrible. I heard this story. But if you don't mind, we're all boys. If you can come to my own house and, you know, if it's just to sleep and wake up, you can come to my house. Unfortunately, this my other person got deported. And guess what? I was became a landlord where nobody can tell me when to come in, when to go out.
And when not to come in.
That was where I met my partner. That was where my story changed. That was where everything changed for me till today. And guess what? I do not hold any animosity against any of these guys till now. Because you know what? Somehow to me, it's like they eventually just pushed me to where I had to be.
Your glory.
And every time I still come across Nigerians today, I still feel connected to some extent, like, you know what I mean? Like I never hold anything. So that's where Osita is coming from, because in the process, we still realize that there are some 1, 2, 3 of, you know, they will still be your own and push you around enough that you can, they are still going to be part of your story. I'm talking about, you know, Nigerians too. So please, Dapsin, thanks so much for sharing. Okay.
So at the end of the day, conclusively, so at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make Osita feel that I don't recognize the fact that they are not good people and they are not bad people. Like, for example, if I know that you are in Nigeria and you're a good person, my door is going to be open to you. I'm never going to. But the only thing is just that whenever I just meet a Nigerian, I just want to make sure that, okay, I check the person, I vet them, and I triple filter them to make sure that this person is not going to be in my space and going to be like, okay, want to scam someone.
Anyway, it's good sharing, because a lot of people can, all of us get story. Everybody watching right now, we tell you, if they begin to tell you their stories, right? And meanwhile, right, somehow, it's going to be like we are all the good ones. Like we have not done anything
that's not how I feel like.
But nobody is really perfect in this regard.
Yes, I don't believe any human is perfect, but I just believe that we can always do better.
And our stories, right, actually what makes us. So in the whole process, we also have our traumas that we are also dealing with, which is part of our experience as well.
Because I believe that once we can, like, if you come to a foreign land and you could help like your own kind of people, I believe that there will be this bond and unity that just like a broom, you know, if you have just a stick of a broom, you can break it, stuff like that. But if you have the broom, exactly, that's my point. That people should stop competing. Not that, oh, this person doesn't have paper, and you start treating them this like that. Because after, when I got my own stuff, there are a lot of people I've been able to help. So those are part of what I just want to put in faith.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you.
Good job, Baba. So I love that. We all have our own stories. We have our histories and all of that. We have our experiences. They are all, see, our journey is not smooth. Okay. So when I look at those who are coming to the UK now, you know, you left Nigeria with work permits. It wasn't like that, always like that. It was like, man. But at the end of the day, people will say, "Oh, shall thank God." That's why if you see me, I will be like, "Oh, Mokasha Madukwe." Because if to say, you know, there's something that we always say, right? And that is, we thank God that we do not look like what we have been through. In Yoruba, they say if an hunter should think about the suffering, the hardship, the tears, the sweat that he had to go through before killing a game, before killing an animal. If he kills one animal, he won't share it with anybody. He will say, no, I know the share. You know what's in my eyes see before I kill this one. But at the end of the day, here is Adeza. Adeza, how are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm good. How it's going?
Well, we thank God. We are here. Still not complaining.
Yeah. All right. So the other day you had the issue with that people who wanted to fight you on
stress. But we responded. Yeah, we responded. I am grateful to all of you, though.
I wanted to speak that unfortunately the land was wasn't going to. Well, one thing about challenges sometimes make people to be strong, and it also make you to discover another alternative measure. Do you understand? Because without that very challenge that day, you could have made a provision for alternative, which you have gotten already now.
The backup is probably going to be like a 2,000, 3,000, and possibly like 10,000 plus.
Yeah, but at the onset, it looked very bitter, looked very burdensome, but at the end, you discover that
That's right.
Did not give up. And I also like the way, at least they say a problem share is half solved. If you keep it to yourself, don't want anybody to know, maybe it could break you or mar you. But because you shared it and people bring different opinions, you see how you go out of it easily without ever listening. So I just want to Thank you for the good work you are doing. And because you are doing good work, and anybody who wants to frustrate you, God will frustrate them. That's just good.
Yep.
Because your platform has really helped a lot of people, including me. Do you understand?
I do.
Regarding what the topic you are discussing, I treat people based on merit. Yeah, we all have different experience. Understand? No matter how you blackmail somebody to me, I don't look that person. I give that person a chance to actually prove him or herself that what they say about you, that is what you are. And me, I'm one person. I can give you the person within 24 hours. I can say, this guy is this type of person. No matter how hiding you think you can hide, you understand. So everybody face one challenge in the other. Yeah, sometimes you meet your brother. Okay, let me share with you. When I just came to Scotland, I'm not used to this Google map. That's the truth. When I just came to UK, I'm not used to this Google map. So I was going to school. I missed my way. I just saw this black. I've been passing white. I don't want to talk to them. I just saw this black. I said, oh, this is a black man. He just shunned me. I said, bad. I now saw a white person. And I said, hello. He said, hi. He stopped. He said, what's the problem? You make your way. I said, yes. Quickly use his own phone. Within a second, he said, this is it. Okay, take this bus from here. You drop. In fact, he wrote them so you will get there. And truly, within 20 minutes, I got to where I was going. And I didn't know it was even closer. Understand? So, and so many things in life, there are people who maybe because they have suffered, they want you to suffer. Do you understand?
There are those.
Because they have suffered before. It's just like people who have colonial mentality. Because they suffer, they want you to suffer to be some successful thing. Understand? And there are people who are talkative. They cannot keep quiet. They cannot highly keep secret. When you learn people and you don't talk with them, you don't go deeply with them in life. Understand? You only see something that's forever that may not have consequences. So we have different people, different character. In fact, if there could be a perfect team in this world, will be a perfect team of Jesus' 12 disciples. One still betrayed him. Do you understand? So on that note, I always see people. If I meet you, there are certain things I can tell you. I will grow in that relationship. I tell you some other thing. Understand, Abi? So there are people who have had a very negative experience with both their Nigeria or different counterparts. It's also depend on individual. I don't generalize. Secondly, regarding the rep member that is threatening a individual. You know, our people they lack pride too much. You know, here, understand, we live like everybody look at the same. You want to see that it's a rep, you should kneel down to deliver to him. I think that's his own perspective. Or give him a boss, or give him a title. You know, in Nigeria, when you do case, you go
talking and you are talking back. Who are you? I'm talking. You have to keep quiet and begin to say yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Wike said last week to the people who took their land, I'm talking and you are talking. You see, because I come down from the motor, they look themselves as a semi-god. You know, here we live, and nobody beg for respect, beg for honor here. But back home, they want title, they want honor. If you call them, because they have gone to Jerusalem, you have to put JP in their title when you want to call them. When you call them, you didn't put that JP.
So much. That one is extra. Is an extra. Somebody will be a PhD holder. He wants you to call him doctor or put PhD or else he won't answer you when you are calling him.
Somebody go to Mecca, Allah simply means a stranger. He come back to Nigeria. If you don't call him stranger, he has a title. You didn't respect him. You see, people. So, you know, back home, you know why our country is what it is today, that people, Lord does not deal with the people who are higher. It's only affect those people who are below. Understand? Like here, everybody is treated irrespective of the title, whatever it is, equally.
So if that kind of here too, but it's not so obvious.
Yes,
like the way with the abuse for that place.
Okay. Look at how someone say you are Igbo, you are outside in Nigeria. Come back to scholar. Have somebody quickly turn to your face, you're a black man, and say like that. If you can sue that person and you claim damages for discrimination.
And now?
Yes, understand that. So a lot of things we do is because how we raise ourselves, and because the law is powerless, the law does not do not deal with people who offend. That's why you see criminality, all manner of things happen in our country. Understand? And that's why most people who still come here, they still fall into the same trap here. Because they still want to live as they live back home. They have left home back to Western world, but they've not been able to learn some simple things to actually get acquainted with their new environment. Understand? So, my brother, keep it up. I just pray that God will help all of us. We are all facing different challenges, but we need to manage it.
God bless you too. Adeza.
Yeah, thank you.
See you thank you. Okay, you have a good afternoon. Good evening, by the way. So thank you so much, everyone. Our time is up as we speak. Okay, this is our noon chat. So now I go get ready for the night again because our time has changed. It is now an hour behind. So in Nigeria right now, it should be about 6 p.m. Here in the UK, it is just 4 minutes to 5 p.m. And I bet it's nearly 1 p.m. in some part of the United States as we speak, right? So what happened now is that 8 p.m. UK time is going to be 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Same 8 p.m. now is going to be somewhere around 4 p.m. in some part of the United States. And please adjust your time. I'm going to see you later this evening, okay? Just remember, whatever you want to share with us, whatever you want to say, you would have a chance later this evening when you join Mayogun's Diary Political. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or the rest of your evening and join me later if you can. And also, don't forget, let me say thank you to my man. Ifeanyi, I got your own, cup of coffee. Thank you for your generosity as well. To everyone else, thank you. And special thanks again to this my super chatter, Sir Olagbemi. God bless you for your generosity too. Everyone else, join me later if you can, and don't leave without liking the broadcast. It's so important. Good afternoon. I mean, a good evening.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary Political. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.